All right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you got your water, took a short break, maybe got some food, because we're gonna be back again with yet another match to cover for the DreamHack TF2 Community Clash North American Playoffs. Because today is the playoffs, the last weekend to hopefully reach fourth place or better, maybe even take it all, get that big prize money, or get some extra pocket change in your pocket. But right now we're gonna be covering yet another lower bracket match. This time we're going to see some two new faces here. Once again, I'm joined by Delta, but we got a switch in production. We got the lovely Arch Rhythm coming in to cover for Micro Cheese. We'd like to thank Cheese for his service, but now we got Arch. Delta, we got Goblin Zone versus Sloppy Jalopies. For those who are not familiar, Sloppy Jalopies is the meatball friend team, so they consist of the core of an RGL team that made playoffs called the Team Paul Dog. And I believe the only change in that team is instead of Market, who was the Pocket Scout, that is for the Cup they're playing with Marquise. So that should be the only change for them. But on the side of Goblin Zone, this is a completely new team playing in advanced. The core is the same, but they are missing some of their players because last weekend they had Tomato Tom, but sadly, he isn't there, but in place of him, we have Shuckle of Spire IQ Technologies fame, a high advanced, low invite level player. So it should be a pretty close match, I'd say, Delta, but a bit. We have we have two capable advanced level teams here that we got.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of these players, actually, a few of them have played an invite before. A lot of them have been around even back in the IM days of ESEA. They were very strong players, bubble invite players. And so these teams should put up a really good showing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you remember, but I believe Stock was a part of that King's Crew team with Lucrative when they upset. I believe they upset some team on Sunshine, and I remember watching that game because Stock went bonkers on that game, and I do believe telephone or phone he played on Dunk Masters, I believe. I don't know what ESEA invite team he played on, but I know he played in RGL for Dunk Masters. Caboose, Meatball, Messiah, they've played their fair share of making advanced playoffs, I believe last season. Yeah, last season, RGL season 8. But on the side of Goblin Zone, we have a few familiar faces, I believe their roster right now is based on the logs. It should be Zoomzy Medic, Sam, and I'm actually not sure who their other scout is, but I know Sam is one of their scouts, Shuckle, and Muma. So if you in game, Muma is late night talking, but he's playing, I believe, Pocket for the team. You have Hedgehog Hero on demo, and I'm not sure who the other scout is. I'm gonna quickly check the logs, but I believe it was Kyler. Any thoughts on the lineup so far, Delta?
Yeah, I think the demo stock for Goblin Zone. I'm sorry, not for Goblin Zone. Sloppy Jalopy. I think he's going to be a really deciding factor. I know he hasn't played a lot recently, but Demo on Gullywash is an incredibly important class. Demo can really just take over the game on this map, and I think if Stock really is playing as well as I know he can really just control the game.
Okay. Yeah, and I believe actually we have a ringer here for Goblins, and I think it's Shining Star, who is currently alias Hellstar. So that's definitely an upgrade in terms of the scout department for Goblin Zone, assuming that, yeah, Shining Star is going to be playing for Goblin Zone. So that scout combo could be deadly.
Yeah, it definitely is. It might be a little nullified on Gullywash, but definitely on the other maps, it'll be a huge factor.
Yeah, I quickly want to run down the map pool that we have before we go live here. I believe this map right now, Gullywash was picked by Goblin Zone, whereas Sloppy Jalopies, or what you could call the Meatball team, did pick Snakewater, and Sunshine is the decider. So I do want to quickly go into predictions here. Delta, I'm gonna go for, considering the teams and the soldiers here, I think that Muma and Shuckle are, even though they don't have the synergy together, are the stronger soldiers overall. So I would go for a 5-3 in favor of Goblin Zone.
Yeah,
What
I
about
would
you?
have to agree. I think some of the players in Goblin Zone have been a little more active recently. I would probably go 5-2 for Goblin Zone.
All right. And we do see the teams readying up here. So we are going to go live with the first map of the lower bracket, round 3, between Goblin Zone and Sloppy Jalopies here. Heading into this first mid, once again, we see a familiar map in Gullywash. Dalt to take it away for us.
Sure. It looks like both demos rolling out choke. Stock is pressuring Big Door, getting a good amount of damage onto the medic, about 70. Both teams playing slow for now. Soldiers on floor for both teams, just spamming right now. Looks like Meatball's getting ready to bomb though. He's getting spotted out though, taking a lot of damage on the floor. Meatball is gonna fall. That's one down for Sloppy Jalopy. They are committing a cross point despite that, doing a lot of damage, trading out frag. Looks like.
But Zoomzy dies. Zoomzy's caught on the backline, and even though Sloppy Jalopies is gonna wipe here, it looks like Goblin Zone didn't keep track of the medic, and untimely soldier bomb from Muma gets. Messiah gets Zoomzy.
Yeah, Sloppy Jalopy really grouped up on point there, and so those soldier bombs just did a bunch of damage to them and really let Goblin Zone clean them up. But good bomb by Muma, keeping the Ubers even, so Sloppy Jalopy should be able to hold 2 here. Soldier through choke, just pressuring a little bit though.
Yeah, but we do have the Meatball Sniper, so Meatball has played Sniper before when he was playing Scout, but now he's on the Sniper. He's on the soldier role, and he's looking towards Big Door, but looks like nothing's going to go on right now as both teams wait for Uber here. I'm looking to see how they're going to work the sack here, considering Goblin Zone does have a ringer here on Shuckle.
Yeah, one thing I'd say is no one on Goblin Zone is actually watching drop down. If someone went down there, I don't think they would know. Not that expected.
Yeah, but I'm looking towards Shuckle right now. He's gearing towards Big Door and waiting for a buff. Looks like they finally just get their Ubers now, and they're starting to work Big Door. So the sniper does get spotted, but actually there's a bomb from Muma. Muma goes in deep, and he gets a clean rocket, but just doesn't get that second rocket off to shoot down Caboose, and Caboose doesn't get forced. Yeah, so I'm looking to see Messiah here for a counter sack.
Nerves of Steel by Caboose. He was in front of that soldier for multiple seconds, below like 50 health. Meatball through Big Door, taking one shot. Gonna be cleaned up. I think he got the sightline on the medic. Just walking through Big Door aggressively. Soldier all the way in through choke, bombing into Big Door, actually making it out from choke to Big Door, but Goblin Zone pushing through choke.
They have that space right now with Sam leading the way, and Muma tries to go in off of that, and Sam's gonna work together to get that force on a Caboose, and they're gonna try to keep this chase up and choke. Sadly, with Hedgehog Hero being so low, they do have to force back, and they sadly drop both scouts. So Goblin Zone might have to start parking it up and backing up all the way 2 seconds as they push to Big Door for Sloppy Jalopies.
Yeah. Oh, great pipe hedge getting that kill, but I'm not sure if Goblin Zone does have forward spawns, so they will get people here faster. They might try and walk through choke. It looks like their entire team is just going to bust through this doorway. Yep, scouts through. Everyone is following it up. Looks like Sloppy Jalopy does not have the players to hold this. Meatball very hurt, going to have to run. Phone also. Back all the way back in choke. Stock might be a little caught in though.
Yeah, he's caught in elbow right now. He gets his spam rocket from Muma, and he gets killed by the eventual roller from Hedgehog. So they can just walk it through choke because there's only one spam class, and Messiah is at the wrong doorway. He's all the way back at Big Door, and Goblins are going to take the second point for free. And they get telephone too, their phone.
Yeah. Even Ubers though, that phone pick is an excellent opportunity to try and pressure for the force though.
Right. So now with phone down, they could afford to go for a double sack here, but looks like they're getting geared up in River with Muma getting ready to bomb from River. He's gonna go in right now, gets a clean bomb, and Caboose gets bounced with Sam, and they double sack and get the successful force onto Goblin Zone.
Yeah.
Sloppy Jalopies.
Muma walking through River there. There were stickies right in front of him for several seconds. Maybe Stock wasn't watching that. Unlucky timing there. That sack was very successful.
Yeah, and now they have full Ubers, and they look at this. They have the sentry set up towards right spawn with the pyro, so they're going for this full. They're gonna go for this commit onto the sentry with this Uber disad for Sloppy Jalopies. What do you think Goblins are gonna do here as they go in?
I think they are gonna kill the gun and then immediately try and lock out the spawn doors and go to point. I don't think there's gonna be free picks on the side of Sloppy Jalopy.
Yeah, and they're gonna take it in through River, leading on Hedgehog and Shining Star. And the Pyro does deny the Uber for the most part. It's only going to be now that the sentry goes down, and they have taken top right control are Goblin Zone, but the Heavy's coming out with the late spawn, and even though they've lost both soldiers right now, all these players are being crowded on the point, and Goblin Zone can just afford to spam these guys out.
Yeah, the soldiers being really aggressive on Goblin Zone kind of were just able to be cleaned up during the maneuver on Slopy Jalopies' side, and then Goblin Zone having that player advantage could easily pressure point.
Yeah, so that's going to be a quick first round within 5 minutes for Goblin Zone into this map. Really strong. You know, it was that double sack from Muma and Sam that got the force onto Caboose that instigated that successful last push. But we're heading into this next mid. What's going to be the difference maker here? As they do meet both soldiers towards lower, looks like they're double teaming on the soldiers.
Yeah, it looks like it's somewhat similar to last mid, but Goblin Zone is less aggressive here, very passive. Sloppy Jalopy walking all the way across point. Looks like they are getting picks, but everyone's very hurt. This could go either way right now.
Yeah, Phone and Meatball are hurt towards Goblin's choke, and they're just gonna get cleaned up right now. But from Shuckle, who gets 2 nice rockets, and it's just a 1v1. But Marquise gets a meat shot on the Shining Star. Sadly, doesn't clean up Sam though. So it's just one person left out of 12. But it's a Goblin Zone win once again.
Yeah, Goblin Zone was really clumped up there, but at the same time, going across point, there's not a lot of space, so both teams just took a crazy amount of damage, and I think Goblin Zone just wanted to be in play.
Yeah, and it looks like Sloppy are just trying to get back in through Big Door, but the combo from Goblin already at choke, so they can't really get in. So they're going to have to concede all the way to second. So it's going to be a stalemate mid. Slight add on Goblin, but I don't think they know that. So we might just see another sack being worked through choke or Big Door.
Yeah, might see someone try and run behind in lobby, but oh, just jumping through again. Caboose very hurt. 20 health on Caboose.
This feels weird because I feel like Muma's just like slowly walking in with these bombs. And wait, Messiah's in through choke. He just walks in, but Zoomzy just wasn't aware and actually didn't even think to force. So really weird timings that both these soldiers are going in on, and they were both successful almost.
Yeah, some of these soldier bombs seem very standard. I'm surprised they're not getting denied.
There we go. Once that Chuckle Bomb gets completely denied, though.
Yeah, soldier through choke, though, they are down 1. Goblin Zone, I don't think Sloppy Jalopy sacking. Somewhat surprising. The Goblin Zone sacking while they're already down 1. They must be very confident in their soldiers.
Yeah, so Muma tried to go in. He just did that same walk in through choke, and he thought he could have a successful bomb once again, but didn't work out. Messiah won't be able to sack since Meatball is down, so it looks like both teams are going to wait for both their roamers to respawn. Actually, I believe Muma is on pocket, but hey, both roles are interchangeable.
Goblin is rotating towards Big Door, might be trying to have someone go behind. Stock has it trapped up, so it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, with both these soldiers towards choke, I don't see... There's someone towards Big Door right now, but Muma's in! He gets the drop onto Caboose, so he walks into choke once again, just does that simple rocket jump, and it's just a drop, and Meatball's going in from drop down trying to salvage, but he doesn't get anything for it, because the med's already towards Big Door from Goblin Zone, and he climbs up, back up to choke. They're gonna walk in through choke, and they should take this for free.
Yeah, Messiah bombing 2 health on that medic. 12
Simpsy.
health. Yeah, no one in position to pressure if there was a scout to chip shot or something. Very unfortunate. Pull overhead for Goblin Zone. I would expect them to take some sort of Uber through River, but they are down 1 right now. They do have time to wait.
But they're already going in, leading on Hedgehog Hero, but the Sentry and Pyro both suffering through the River Door, and this Uber is looking really, really bad right now for Goblin Zone.
Well, fortunately, it's still even numbers. A soldier is gonna sack, though. Might be trying to bait out the last push here. Pushing out a last is very difficult.
Yeah, right now they're on 30 this side, trying to push out through lobby.
Well, there is a trap in lobby that almost killed the demo, but no one was watching it.
But they're gonna push out through Shutter.
Phone killing me. I think... I'm actually not sure who that is, but Phone just ran ahead and killed the combo scout. Just 2-shot it and very aggressive.
Yeah, and Shuckle tried to go in for a salvage. He got Caboose down all the way down to 3 HP. I'm surprised Caboose juked that last rocket because Shuckle had a clean rocket there to shoot. But they're gonna walk in through choke. Wait, we see Muma on Pyro towards choke, and he might jump. Oh no! How did the Pyro get the force run elbow?
Yeah. Muma hiding in elbow there just walks out, forces the medic. No one checking that is somewhat unfortunate. Goblin Zone is known to do plays like that. Now, full override for Goblin Zone. It looks like they're going to rotate towards Big Door, send their flank in through Choke. But Meatball is in lobby behind them. They have a lot they have to deal with right now.
Yeah, with Meatball distracting behind, he's going to take that 1v1 into lobby with a potential soldier right there. As Muma's out on the trail, but he's taking the fight to the scout. Shining Star does defeat him, and they get forced. Wait, I think Goblin Zone, we're trying to go in on their Uber through Choke, but they get Meatball, a telephone, but they don't get anything else. But they're going to try to keep this momentum rolling in a second with Shuckle in River.
Shuckle's already in River, doing some damage, but he's now very hurt. The entire team of Slopy Jalopy being in River, very good positioning, but they are down one. I think that was a blind death.
Yeah, Messiah's going to try to bomb from River Catwalk, but he gets completely denied. He'll thankfully be able to get out. And they have the Uber. They're going to try to catch up these plays towards Choke. Marquise is leading the Uber, going to catch up the Hedgehog here towards Choke, and he's going to keep the chase up. There's a soldier behind on second with Muma, and he's going to get cleaned up too. And Shuckle somehow dies in the back line too. So, with all projectile classes down for Goblin Zone, Slopy Jalopy could probably deny these forwards and lead into second freely.
Yeah, Uber doesn't really matter when you're down 3. They're definitely going to have a hard time holding this point. They are playing in River. Slopy Jalopy is going to try and cap this point before the Uber comes in so they can threaten the back cap.
Yeah, and it looks like Sam wants to take this Uber. He's going to try to bounce some Messiah off, and they do use on both their scouts. Meatball will get caught out towards Choke and will die, but everybody else from Slopy Jalopies is out safe and sound, and they're going to rotate to Big Door, trying to play off of this momentum, play off of this rotate.
Yeah, the combo for Goblin Zone is very aggressive right now. There is definitely a window for them to be cut off. Looks like the medic dropping down to the floor for Goblin Zone. Although I don't think Slopy Jalopy is electing to go Big Door.
So right now, Slopy Jalopy does have their 60% Uber ad. They're going to try to walk it in through Choke, and they get Muma trying to force them, and they do have to use to save Stalk, who's low, and they're chasing all the way in the lobby. They might catch out Shining Star. They do, and Sam dies too, and they're going to try to keep this momentum rolling through Shutter, because Zoomsy just died to a Messiah bomb from River, and it's just Hedgehog Hero on last with Shuckle, and they're just going to die right now. Shuckle's going to eventually die, and they'll get the cap.
I don't understand why Goblin Zone was kind of just holding in front of Shutter. You really don't ever see teams holding there unless they plan on immediately running away. Usually they're up on the high ground.
Maybe they got caught out trying to go for the force because they knew they were at full disad. I think they were trying to help Muma, who bombed the Choke. But once Muma died, you're right, they should have backed out all the way. But we're heading into another mid with a tied game on our hands. And right now, they're just spam being exchanged from both soldiers. Both soldiers will land, but Shuckle's going deep, and he almost drops Caboose. Caboose is down to 15 HP, but sadly, he lives, and he gets the pack. But they're going to keep push out of their Choke. And there's a flank from Hedgehog Hero from Elbow, but he lost 3 of his teammates. And it's just Hedgehog Hero towards Choke. He's going to die. Phone is going to... Or Sam is going to try to get Zoomsy all the way out, because it's just those two left.
Yeah, I think Messiah lit that mid with like 1 HP. He really took a lot of the soldier damage on those bombs, and the first Shuckle bomb did a lot of damage, but the rest kind of only did damage and didn't kill anyone. So I think that's what cost Goblin Zone that. Scout pressuring the Big Door, he gets seen, gonna be pressured out. This sniper in Big Door, I don't know if Goblin Zone expects this. Yes, soldier slow peeking it. That was an excellent headshot opportunity.
I'm looking to see how... Oh, Telephone. Jay tried to get that pick on the Big Door. He got a wide swing peek standing on the Baby Door sign, but he didn't get anything for it. And they're going to try to pressure these guys out through Big Door. And they get 2 picks. They get the pick on the flank. And Shuckle goes in deep from Choke, and he gets the pick on... He gets the force on a Caboose. So they're going to try to salvage, but they're going to get nothing. They do get the Uber out, though. And this scout is going to die. Marquise is going to die, and Caboose is caught out towards Choke. He's going to eventually die, and it looks like everybody is falling on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. Messiah's going to try to salvage on point with a bomb from Big Door, but he gets nothing for it.
Yeah, Shuckle forced Sloppy Jalopy all the way back in Choke, and they tried to go in through Big Door and force, but Goblin Zone Sparkly was in a position to catch them out if that happened.
Yeah, I think actually Shuckle got them dropped in there, so my apologies for that. Is there a player behind on last? I thought I saw somebody towards water, but nope, it was Shuckle over in River, or Big Door. So, they do have 50% ad on the side of Goblin Zone. It's going to be up to them to try to convert this round, as Sloppy Jalopy choose to go for that Pyro and NG combo setup.
Yes, this is a very powerful hold. You'll see a lot of teams do. I don't know if they expect the pyro. If the scouts beat their shots, you know, the entire Uber can just be wasted without getting a kill.
Yeah, and they're gonna bomb in Hedgehog Hero with this Uber. Hedgehog does get bounced by the sentry, but they do get it down on time. And they've killed the player in water in Messiah, so they're gonna play the point, and nobody there to play point with no sticks, and they can get the round for it. That's 2-1 in favor of Goblin Zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the demo was, but I guess he wasn't able to block point. Goblin Zone did a great job after killing the gun of just blocking out all the doors.
Right, and we head into this next mid. It's going to be the 4th mid of the match with 15 minutes left. It's going to be on Slopy Jalopy to get around here, but right now, looks like they're going to go for their patented default setup on mid, and somehow some spam coordinated from Big Door drops Zoomzy, so they lost their medic early, but not without losing Stock, Messiah, and Phone. So Slopy Jalopy has nobody left, and they need to get Caboose out right now, because he's only at 50 HP with Sam on the flank, taking this 1v1 versus Marquise. He does win it, and Caboose is left on an island alone on the second point. He's delaying his own death, and this could be bad, because he should be trying to die right now.
Yeah, that death, pretty much gonna actually give advantage to Goblin Zone, but Goblin Zone also started building a little late. Might not be as impactful as it could have been.
Yeah, they'll have about 25 Uber ad once Caboose respawns, that is correct. So they will need to keep hard building the entire way. But we do see a little sleeper pick here on Muma on Pyro. You don't usually see the Pyro point play on an Uber ad push, but Goblin Zone are definitely the type to do it. Oh, he died, so he died immediately to a body shot from Marquise. And somehow Shining Star dies to a trap too.
Yeah, too dead. This is definitely a pushing opportunity, a dry opportunity. No traps on Shutter. Their team can just walk straight through there. Yeah, pressure in the mount. Beautiful bomb out of, I believe, Messiah. Just, they have to run. 2 down, no traps on Shutter. Not much to do. Messiah's
yeah, but look at
behind.
this. They're gonna try to think, they know they have slight Uber ad, and they cash out the players on point from Big Door. Goblin Zone kills Caboose and Phone. He's gonna be Meatball caught up.
Yeah,
But
this was a great Uber, able to catch out a lot of the players. Looks like Messiah is still trying to leave. Stock is trapping Lobby. If they don't expect this, they do.
He needs to play forward, though. He needs to lock out these players for the respawns to come in.
Yeah, that Uber ad, only 15%. Great heads up play from Zoomzy saying they have slide ad and going off it immediately.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to go in through River right now. That's been the patented push for Goblin Zone in these last pushes. And they're going to lead on Shining Star and Hedgehog Hero. Looks like it's going to be a Hedgehog bomb again. But they get the early pick on the sentry, so there's no sentry to watch this Uber, and they do get so much space. They kill Phone towards the right spawn, and they're going to play this point right now. Meatball's going to kill Shining Star, and frags are being traded right now, but it's going in favor of Goblin Zone.
Yeah, pretty much everyone on Slopy Jalopy are rotating into spawn, and it makes it really difficult for them to block the point.
Yeah, sadly this time there was no sentry down as the spam came in from the Goblin Zone soldiers. So Hedgehog was able to bomb in pretty freely, and the late heavy spawn was not there to help. So they got so much space on that last push that they just, like you said, stuffed the players back into spawn. And we're going to see the double soldier bomb here from Goblin Zone. They're going to stuff all these players towards Big Door. They get 2 picks on Messiah and Caboose, so they're starting off this mid on the right foot.
Yeah, Meatball doing a lot of damage and distracting with this bomb. Stock jumping all the way in, not able to hit a pipe. Marquise losing the 1v1, unfortunately. That double soldier bomb, very well done. It can be, you go both ways a lot of the time, but those soldiers definitely hit their rockets.
Yeah, they caught them on a really good timing, walking up elbow. And now they're going to have the full Uber ad pushing in the last. Only Stock and Meeple are going to respawn just now. So if they're fast enough, they could walk it in. But wait a second, Mumo went in really early from River, and he traced with Phone. So the sniper's down. And it's a 5v5 right now, heading into this last push if they elect to go right now.
Yeah. They've been having really great last pushes. I would be surprised if they did anything different on this one.
Yeah, they're going to go in from River once again, leading on Hedgehog Hero and Shining Star, and they're getting denied by the sentry. The sentry isn't going down, and there's a crate trap that kills Shining Star on point, or on last, and Sam tries to play point. He gets bent down by the by the players, and there's a heavy coming up from Slopy Jalopies, so there's no way they can get back into this last push.
Muma killing the medic there, really important. Zoomzy's actually going to manage to make it out. And so, Uber ad is going to be on the side of Goblin Zone.
I didn't actually catch that, so good catch. And Stock's going to lock out Big Door here with a sneaky trap right here in case Goblin Zone try to push back in on this.
Yeah, also, Zoomzy just spawned, so there's no heals on
Or Caboose.
the Sloppy Jalopy players. Goblin Zone is just going to be walking straight through, trying to block out Shutter and River. Lots of hurt players for both teams. Phone will be the first to fall. Looks like Marquise is going to fall next.
This is not good because they have no off classes then, and with Messiah going down, even though they're not close to Uber, they could just walk it into last.
Yeah, definitely. You can just kind of walk through doorways here, but it looks like they thought the spawns on Sloppy Jalopy would be a little faster than they were. They also probably think they have Uber ads, so waiting for that is not a bad idea.
Yeah, so they're coming up on Uber right now. It's 30% ad for Goblin Zone, and it looks like they're going to go for that same river push.
They might actually... I think they're actually going to let it stalemate.
Wait, no, they actually have the Muma Pyro, or the Sam Pyro, so I'm looking to see if they're going to do some kind of point exchange and air blast the point. That's what they're going to do. Look at Sam right now.
Yeah, pressuring the point on Pyro, getting one pick as Muma also jumps in. It's going to be a 3-3 exchange. Same class is alive. Actually, Soldier for Goblin Zone, Scout for Sloppy Jalopy.
Yeah, that was actually an interesting strat there from the side of Goblin Zone.
Yeah,
I believe we got it wrong, by the way. It's actually...
Yeah, I think your mic's cutting out a bit.
No worries.
Looks like they might be going for the same strategy. Pyro up for Goblin Zone. Looks like they're setting...
I actually double-checked it is Market, not Marquise, so apologies for that.
Oh, yeah, Mark is Marquise. We've been calling... Mark is Market. We've been calling him Marquise. We were right, wrong about that. Pyro is doing a lot of damage for Goblin Zone. Messiah is pressured River right now. It looks like not much is going on. Goblin Zone probably just figuring out what they want to do.
Yeah, Bone's gonna try to kill this Pyro in lobby right now. He almost lights him up down, but Muma's gonna live. Looks like Market's right now.
Yeah, Market watching Shutter and Launchpad and River from that spot.
But look at this. Oh wait, Zoomzy peeked into the River sight line and he gets shot by Market. I'm not sure what the cause was, but they're gonna have to solve all in for this medic on Caboose right now.
Yeah, the Pyro for Goblin Zone actually went into water, and so I think they wanted to do a Pyro Uber in water. But Zoomzy just walking through that river door on medic is really not advisable, and that death not really his fault.
They probably didn't expect the Market sniper either, because that was the first time I think Market actually went on sniper there aside from phone. So they're gonna walk it in through Big Door for the side of Slopy Jalopies, and Meatball's gonna create the space, locking out while jumping on point, and Messiah's lockout choke too, but they're pretty low. And they know that there's a sniper in Big Door on the side of, I think that's Muma on sniper? Yes, Muma's sniping from Big Door right now, and Caboose is just dodging these shots right now. He almost gets dropped, and they're gonna eventually lock him out of Big Door.
Yeah, full Uber ad for...
Wait, he gets the drop? What?
Wow. No longer full Uber ad. Medic dead for Sloppy Jalopy is going to give a pushing opportunity to Goblin Zone. They might elect to wait for Uber, but there are a lot of hurt players on Sloppy Jalopy. It's like Shining Star getting through cleanly. This choke door is getting stopped. Shining Star is dying. They're gonna have to wait for Uber. Oh, getting two on the flank though somehow. Like,
yeah, Shuckles bounced Stock all the way down to drop down, or Big Door, but Stock somehow escapes. And I'm surprised they actually got that pick though. Muma, it looked like they were locking Muma out, but I guess Muma went for a hero shot there.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to expect Muma to just through doorways. He's done that this entire game, and not seeing that door pressure is somewhat unfortunate. Messiah is gonna have to leave. Phone is on the back line fighting Shuckle though. Not sure.
Yeah, Hedge jumps up in the river though. He's locking out these players, and oh no, he gets bounced all the way from Market, and Market craters Hedgehog. That's on.
Yeah. So Uber advantage for Goblin Zone, but their demo is dead. Pushing is somewhat perilous in that situation, so Goblin Zone is probably going to let the Ubers equalize.
Yeah, Muma's getting a bit overzealous, and Meatball tried to go for a flank in a lobby there onto, I believe, Muma or the medic, and he gets caught out. But it's going to even out, like you said. And Muma's getting really overzealous here. He's trying to get aggressive, peeking up the river on the shutter railing, and he just gets bounced back.
Yeah, Bone pressuring lobby. I think he knows there's not a lot. There's not a lot of lobby presence from Goblin Zone. Yep, he's taking the beam into lobby, is Messiah, but the demo just rotated there. Really unfortunate timing. If that play was done, we were in the past 30 seconds.
Yeah, Meatball's going to try to follow up on that, but they're sending everybody into lobby right now on the side of Slopy Jalopy, and I don't know what Meatball was trying to follow up on there. I think he tried to get up on the demo, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, they're going to take the exchange through Shutter right now. It's our Goblin Zone, and it looks like the Ubers are pretty even. Ubers are going to fade right now, and they're going to chase Sam into lobby. Bone doesn't get it, but it's been a even exchange until Meatball dies late into that post-exchange.
Yep. That post-Uber is not going the way of Sloppy Jalopy, though. Oh, now it is. They got the pick there. 3-3. Bone, though, alone in lobby, fighting against two scouts. Not sure what that's about. Stock rotating over, a little delayed, but Zunzi is going to fall to Shining Star, running through Launchpad.
Hey, that was
and trading out. Yeah, sorry, that's Caboose. Full disad for the side of Sloppy Jalopy, but there are still things going on. Market is in, killing Muma on Pyro.
But look at that, Hedgehog got bounced, he's really low, and they're going to push him through Shutter into second arc Sloppy Jalopy, and they do get Hedgehog for it. Shuckle's down to 40 HP, and he's getting bombed with it, but he gets arrowed from a nice air from Zoomzy, but they'll have to get out a second because they just lost Hedgehog there, trying to hold it.
Yeah, very close to Uber's Goblin Zone. I think Stock is very close here, definitely might be caught out. A lot of these players on Sloppy Jalopy, Zoomzy drops though to a pipe somehow. Lots of people falling for Goblin Zone. Messiah getting ran at by the scout class behind the boiler on point. And somehow the medic going down on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. Shining Star will be cleaned up. So,
yeah, Sam dropped Caboose there towards River, but Hedgehog was also there to flank from Big Door, so I guess they just didn't keep track of the Big Door flank, because Hedgehog walked in 4-3, and now while they could have had ad, they're now actually at 20 disad with Zoomzy.
Yeah,
having
Goblins are going through drop down and shove, just gonna bust right through, killing two people. It looks like Market is in on the Soldier, but he might fall as well. He is on the low ground. Stock is trying to pressure him out, but he's a bit alone. Soldier might have been going too aggressive for Goblins. Health situation's kind of trading around. Shining Star tried to run up Big Door for Banana alone. Might die on the floor.
But they have to get out. They lost I believe 2 players there, and even though Sam goes down, wait, they actually lost Zoomzy. Where did Zoomzy go down?
Shining Star is still stuck in the enemy team's drop down. They should know, yep, that player will fall. No scouts on the side of Goblin Zone.
Did you guys where Zoomzy died in that?
No, I did not. Oh, he got crossbowed. Demo down for Goblin Zone and Soldier in Scout. This is definitely a last push opportunity. Pull that as well.
Yeah, they're going to push in for main, leading on Phone. Phone's really in deep, but they are only at 85% Uber, so this could be a bad push if they don't get this Uber on time. But it looks like they're getting the frags to boot, and now the Uber pops out from Caboose, and there's nobody up aside from the heavy from Sam, and they'll just clean up and get the frags.
Yeah, that Uber, they started going in off of the player ad, and because of how massive that was, they could kind of just sit there and wait for Uber.
There's just a minute left, though, so really Sloppy Jalopy has to go for this quick mid-wipe and go straight to last here. So, but actually, we are in the continuous overtime, so I believe it's 1st to 4 instead of if the time does expire. But we're heading into this mid.
Goblin Zone were really aggressive at the start, but it's getting switched on them. Double Soldiers bombing into their Big Door, into the elbow, killing the medic and other players. Sloppy Jalopy just running up the enemy team's Banana. Very surprising. I thought Goblin Zone might have actually played that a little more conservatively, but...
No, I think that was a direct counter to the double bomb mid that Goblin Zone tried to do last mid, and that actually worked out and killed their medic and somebody else. But right now the time is going to expire, but remember, we're going to continuous overtime, so first to 4, since Goblin Zone does have 3 rounds. But they're going to try to take this fight into lobby, and Messiah's going in deep. He tries to go get onto Zoomzy towards Shutter, but Zoomzy's already gone all the way out.
Stock tried to walk through Baby Door and exploded to the traps. I think the players are confused. I think they forgot it was the config. I think they forgot the timer was gonna run out.
Yeah, because they tried to all in a lobby there.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't normally do. But right now, Goblin Zone's gonna ride that momentum into choke. They have 20 ad, and they're gonna get this midpoint for free. So they might just roll the momentum all the way into second.
Yeah, unfortunately, not understanding the config change for the first time in many a decade. Confusing some of the players, but they should be able to stabilize on their own second. Last time, Muma doing the same bomb we saw earlier.
Wait, they have crits?
Yeah, Uber forced out for Goblin Zone, going to kill a lot of the combo players. Slopy Jalopy is really just going to have to run here, it looks like. Not good help on their side. But Stock and Market are pressuring mid. They might be able to do a back cap, although that seems unlikely.
The second cap is going to finish on time for Goblin Zone. And they might just roll this all the way to last. There's Meatball behind on mid. And right now there's only 3 people on last on the side of Slopy Jalopi. But I think they're going to elect to wait because they do have Ubered on Zoomzy.
Muma's behind on Pyro, going to last.
Meanwhile, on the side of Goblin Zone, they're just going to clean up Meatball towards choke. But they do have 30 ad. Gonna wonder what they're gonna do here to try to secure this 3rd round. But they're fighting on the 2nd right now. I think they're gonna choose to give it up because they just lost Hedgehog Hero and they're just gonna wait for this Uber ad. Hopefully they can bait them into pushing the choke and maybe spread the Ubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's already pushing into choke right now from Slopy Jalopy. I mean, from Big Door.
Yeah, but there are this fight on mid, this fight on second. I'm not entirely sure I understand what Slopy Jalopy is going for, and it looks like a lot of their players are dead. Market might fall, yeah. Stock is going to have to try and trap something up, try and blowing up people who walk through a doorway, but Goblin Zone's not going to fall for that. Shuckle bombing straight to point. Stock is going to have to shoot all of his stickies there. Unfortunate this Uber gets popped. Not much for Slopy Jalopy to do. Yeah, that was a very close match. A lot of back and forth happened. It looked like Slopy Jalopy had a lot of problems during stalemates. Muma would just walk through the choke doorway, and he got multiple sacks that, frankly, probably shouldn't have worked.
Yeah, but I do want to follow up on that round that Goblin Zone just won. If you saw there, Slopy Jalopy tried to push through Big Door, but on the pick Muma and Hedge, but Zoomzy actually had 30% Uber ad, or 30-ish, I believe. So they had to go in through choke to take that Uber into Slopy Jalopy, but it turned out that Slopy Jalopy were already in to choke through Big Door. And it seemed like there was a bit of dysfunction there, as there were some players from Slopy Jalopy going back to fight second, and then the combo, I think Phone and Caboose were in on mid already.
Yeah, the next map will be Snakewater, but I think we might want to talk about the logs a little bit.
Yeah, let me pull up the logs, check. Was there anything that stood out to you, though, specifically from that match, aside from Muma's plays that shouldn't have worked, but because it was so absurd, it just somehow worked for them? Because I feel like Caboose got caught out too many times from it, I'd say.
Yeah, I think a running theme was Slopy Jalopy would try and salvage things in a really detrimental way. Whenever they got forced, they would take their combo pretty aggressively, and often the other Uber would just catch them out. And in a lot of situations, a lot of kind of desperation plays, I think, that cost them a lot of rounds.
Yeah, and we do have the logs up right now. I do want to take note of the fact Caboose actually had 6 more deaths than Zoomzy on that. So across 30 minutes, he had 15 deaths. Across 31 minutes, he had 15 deaths to Zoomzy's 9. Meanwhile, on the side of Goblin Zone, it was actually a lot of work with 32 frags.
Jay, your mic's cutting out a bit. Yeah, seeing a medic die 15 times in a 30-minute game is definitely unfortunate. I think it speaks to a bit of problems dealing with Muma, who I think had the most medic kills in the server. Well, he's tied with 4 at least.
Tied with Hedgehog, so.
Yeah. Stock, though, I mentioned, I think at the start, that Stock could kind of try and take over the game, but Hedge did a really good job. Kind of did as much damage as him and prevented that.
I mean, on the side of Goblin Zone, they're playing a really weird style that Sloppy Jalopy just got caught out by for the first few rounds, and I think that really worked in favor of Goblin Zone, like just playing in that style, because you don't really expect the flanks that Sam or Muma try to do, or the hero plays that Muma was going for necessarily. And Caboose definitely was getting a bit tilted from it, because the viewers can't see what we see, but there was a bit of trash talk going on in the chat, and Caboose definitely was getting a bit miffed from Muma. So,
well, I think Goblin Zone definitely has a reputation across, I don't know, 2 years at this point of going for plays like that. So it's somewhat confusing not seeing that being expected. I think a lot of teams know Goblin Zone will run Pyro, they'll do unconventional things. You kind of have to have someone on every doorway at all times. Call if something crazy is happening. Maybe got a bit too Sloppy Jalopy.
but hey, at least, you know, Sloppy Jalopy are going on to their map pick now, which is Snakewater. So we could see this become a 3-map affair, should they win this map, that is. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go and hope that
Hello? I
yeah, I apologize for that. I had a storm is going on right behind my house, so might be having a few internet issues, but it's all good. Delta, what is your prediction though for the map?
for this map, this is Sloppy Jalopy's pick, and considering how close last game was, I'm gonna have to give it to Sloppy Jalopy. I think this is gonna be a 4-3.
Okay, looks like we're both on the same page here, so waiting on the players from Goblin Zone just to get into the server. Looks like Muma is joining, and Hedge does join blue, so should be getting started pretty soon. Again, for those who are tuning in, Goblin Zone did take the first map 4-2 on Gullywash, and we're now heading into Snakewater, which is the pick of Sloppy Jalopies. Heading into this first mid, I do want to keep my eyes on Muma here, just because he's had some really weird bombs on Gullywash that did work out for him, so hopefully this goes, we'll see something amazing here.
Yep, Stock throwing his stickies towards the saw door. Zoomzy very hurt. Below 100 health. Quite unusual, but Goblin Zone going very aggressive, bombing both their soldiers into saw, everyone running across point. Looks like Goblin Zone's aggression was expected and countered. No one dying on the side of Sloppy Jalopy, showing why they picked Snakewater.
Yeah, they chose to spread out there on that double bomb. They're backing all the way out towards Saw, and then the players on Catwalk spreading out towards Lower and Catwalk, and they just somehow wiped everybody without losing any of their players. So that was an amazing mid from Sloppy Jalopy, and they're going to look to ride this momentum into last from top left. Phone spotting, but he gets bounced by a rocket. Shining Star is up on Sniper towards the left spawn door, and they're going to take this through potentially Shutter right now. Yeah, they're gearing up towards Shutter on Stock and Phone.
Yeah, gonna have to watch out for Shining Star. Definitely a very capable sniper.
Yeah, but right now they do choose a safe use from Shutter and phones in. He lights up Muma, and Muma because of that, they're gonna eventually get the sentry, and they can choose to play point right now. But there's sticks above point. But it looks like they're gonna go for the frags here. Phone's leading the way for his team, and Meatball and Messiah choose to follow up with some bombs, and they're getting the frags for this.
Yep, very clean round by Slopy Jalopy. Goblin Zone, they're gonna have to really step it up here, or this is gonna be a very convincing win.
Yeah, it looks like they adjusted to Goblin Zone's aggressive mids from Gullywash, but it didn't translate well for Goblin Zone into the first Snakewater mid here. So maybe they'll change things up for the second mid.
Yep. Looks like they are rolling out the same doorway. Zoomzy dodging the spam this time. Goblin Zone no one going aggressive yet. It's normal spam mid, but Messiah bombing straight in onto the demo. Meatball followed it up onto a scout. Everyone running across point on the side of Slopy Jalopy, but apparently damage was not called. They are just gonna run away.
Yeah, damage was not able to be followed up there because Hedgehog did surf all the way back up to the stairs towards Saw, so Stocks Stickies weren't able to follow up on Messiah's damage, and Meatball only was able to trade for a scout. So right now they're gonna try to walk it into second here. Muma's gonna bomb in and cash out an overextended Stock, but a good arrow from Caboose does save Stock. Looks like they're gonna trade soldier bombs. Muma's in deep. Caboose hits a nice surfs all the way back into the Africa stairs, and he will live.
Yeah,
So right now, Stock, it looks like things are going to reset here as they try to go for the counter sack. Maybe they will go for it, but right now it looks like neither Meatball or Messiah wants to go for it. They're going to let things even out, and on the other hand, for Goblin Zone, Muma's up on Sniper.
yeah. What do you think he's gonna peek from first, Jay?
He's on Huntsman, that's the thing. So, I'm not too sure. Probably just Saw.
Oh, he's on Huntsman. Interesting. We'll have to...
Yeah. So Muma's gonna go in deep. I think he's going... Yeah, he tries to go in because I think he doesn't have the right primary equipped, and he doesn't get the pick, sadly, but he does hit Stock. Actually, I think he hit Caboose because Caboose is down to 39 HP. Wait a second, so...
I'm not sure Caboose is at 39 HP, Jay, but...
He just got the pack, that's the thing.
Oh, did he actually?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not see that. I don't know who intended to do this, but the Huntsman definitely can't hit people. If it hits you in the head, you will die.
Yeah, so this is a weird sack scenario we're seeing. So Muma's just trying to go in deep from Saw, and eventually he will get punished for overextending from Messiah. But actually, wait a second, Shovel actually bombed it off of that section.
Yeah, Meatball bombed all the way in. Also, almost getting a force. Scouts were aware of what he was doing. Down 2 for Goblin Zone is an opportunity to pressure. Market is...
Yeah, but they did get force on Caboose because Shuckle came in from the distraction from Muma, so he does get the force onto Caboose. So, looks like Goblin Zone are going to wait for their place and then eventually walk it in through lower. And Sam's leading the way, clearing the traps, taking spam from Messiah right now, but looks like they're going to eventually force him out. But Market is taking a fight against Muma in Saw. He does eventually lose it to Muma, and it looks like Goblin Zone are going to eventually take the second point. They could lead it into last, having 30% ad.
Yeah, Shining Star leading the Uber Spurt. Zoomzy gonna drop to the trap and lower. They wanted to go aggressively. Zoomzy walked through that door first, unfortunately. Should probably let the combo scout clear that. Full Uber ad on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. 3 down for Goblin Zone. This is not the force attempt they wanted. There is a scout in lower, pressuring the back cap. Team's gonna have to turn around. Wow.
But sadly, Sam did take a rocket from Meatball after he got that pick, so he is gonna have to leave. And Caboose does have full Uber. They could go walk back in, but their 2 spawns are delayed by 2 seconds, so they will have to wait before they can push out.
Yeah, that cap it.
Yeah, so right now, Sloppy Jalopy are going out through bridge. Phone's leading the way for his team, and it looks like they are getting in clean, but right now, Shuckle's behind on last. He might go for the backup here, but he's going to have to fight Market and another soldier on that. So right now, they're going to pressure point, try to get this force. Muma's bombing in, but he has to trail back to lower because Messiah just tried to bomb towards lower on Zoomzy. And they do get second for free at the cost of Messiah's life. And they do get the back capping Shuckle.
There still is an opportunity for Sloppy Jalopy to pressure, but I think the Uber has now finally faded all the way to where there's no more chance of that.
Yeah, and Muma's gonna go and try to go for the sack right now on even Ubers, and he sadly gets denied from a scout sitting on fence. Meatball's gonna try to go in from Saw right now. He is towards the health pack, but sadly he is getting spammed out from Shining Star and Hedgehog. He will eventually get cleaned up by Shuckle. So sacks are traded right now. Maybe we'll see an off class on Muma.
Yeah, pressuring through lower is Goblin Zone. Shining Star just running all the way through, probably pressuring for something, but it doesn't look like any soldiers in position to bomb. Not entirely sure. Maybe on the soft side, yeah, Muma looked like he's gonna go for a window. And Shuckle as well, on to Caboose. Caboose almost catching that final rocket.
Oh, Caboose! They didn't kill Muma fast enough, and Muma got off a rocket, and that scared Caboose into forcing. So Caboose will be forced. Goblin Zone are gonna have full Uber red, and Messiah's gonna get caught up towards Saw, trying to salvage that force. So they're gonna walk it in through lower right now and try to walk it all the way to last.
Sloppy Jalopy is stacking the soft side, but Goblin Zone is going through lower, so this positioning might not be ideal. There's no stickies on low. There is one, but that's probably not going to catch anyone, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's good force towards fence. So looks like Goblin Zone are in the driver's seat towards us for this last push, but the Uber ad has dwindled down to 40%. They are going to have to speed up the pace here, leading through Shutter on Shining Star and Hedgehog. They are getting ready, and they will eventually use here, I believe. Looks like there's footing around, and that hesitation causes Shining on the Shutter door. And this Uber's really bad. Hedgehog can't get flat because there is no scout to lead Zoomzy, and Zoomzy's gonna have to lead through lower with his team. I'm not sure what the hesitation towards Shutter was, but that led to a botched last push, but they do get Caboose for it.
Yeah, there was confusion over who was going to lead that Uber, both Uber at the same time, which is not what you want. Stock going through bats, though. Zoomzy is with Sam and Shuckle, but Meatball is bombing them. Both scouts are in lower now. Meatball is going to die to the scout combo. Other soldier, Messiah, bombing and dying. Everyone's just jumping into two scouts. That's not what you want to see. 3 down on the side of Sloppy Jalopy is probably going to be a last push attempt coming very short.
Yeah, they're gonna walk in. They're gonna walk in. There's nobody really to defend the last respawning Meatball and Caboose, and it's just up to Meatball against 6. Meatball has a gargantuan task against him, but it's obviously not gonna work out here. So that's a round 4 Goblin Zone tying up the game.
Yeah, that last, I can't explain it their way than they were kind of just feeding one by one. Meatball bombed into 2 scouts, then Messiah bombed into 2 scouts, and Stock bombed into 2 scouts. Not what you want to see when you're holding second.
Yeah, so we're going to head into our 3rd mid of this map right now. It's an even affair on both teams so far, so Goblin Zone have been primarily favoring the aggressive mids, but last mid didn't seem to work out in their favor. Right now, Messiah is in Goblin's kitchen. He's getting aggressive towards kitchen, but he gets flanked by Muma bombing from lower, and he gets caught out. The high ground is being taken from Slopy Jalopy, but they're getting bounced towards their lower as an aggressive soldier bomb from Muma forces them back. But they're holding their ground, holding lower and catwalk, and they're forcing Goblin Zone all the way out.
Bobby, nerves of steel all stacking up on that catwalk, even when one down. Excellent job baiting out the aggression and killing people who overextended. Now they're going to be pushing through lower. Stock is trapping Bridge. It looks like Goblin Zone's rotating towards Bass, but Stock is already trapping it, forcing the Uber out. Somehow, Zoomzy had a little bit of pad there, I think, but Uber does get popped out for both teams. Hedge is going to be caught out though.
They could honestly walk it in but they don't have second just yet. And the frags are still being fought on second right now. And Caboose, Meatball, and Phone do go down, but on the side of Goblin Zone, it's just Shuckle. His team has fallen all around him, and it's just him on 20 HP, and he will eventually die. There will be Hedgehog respawning in 1 second, and Messiah's already on last. He will play point, but actually he's going to choose to fight Hedgehog. But the spawns are going to respawn on time. I don't think they can get this cap on the side of Sloppy.
Shuckle bombing the fence there. Wow, Messiah actually killed Hedge there. I'm not sure that's going to come to anything, but on that push, Shuckle just walked through bridge and bombed the medic on fence and did a lot of damage. I think he really helped his team out there.
Off this demo pick, actually, just as you mentioned with Hedge being down, they're going to try to push through top left or Slopy Jalopies, but nothing's going to work out because on the side of Goblin, they have a heavy on Muma. So this push is absolutely stifled on the end of Sloppy, so they're going to have to back out all the way to second.
Yeah, when you have a soldier dead, the other team has a demo, it's favorable, but pushing is still incredibly difficult, especially if there's an off-class off.
Yeah, we see Muma was up on side for a second, and he was checking the off classes. I don't know if he caught the market sniper coming out of spawn, but we do have a market sniper. Muma, on the other hand, yeah, he is checking the off classes. I'm sure he caught the market sniper, and the sentry does get spammed out. So Messiah just peeked through lower and just got the spam onto the sentry. So they can go for this sniper peek without too many repercussions aside from soldiers. But Meatball dies from a Muma bomb towards lower.
Yep, that is Shuckle dying. Even numbers right now. Interested to know where Market is going to try and peek. Snakewater last notoriously difficult to break, especially with a gun, the position it's currently in. Market going to drop down, almost had a sightline on the medic though. I believe Hedge is watching left.
Yeah, Market's gonna switch his positioning up the top left, but he doesn't get the pick on the scout. Right now, the sentry spot is towards the grass position, I believe. Actually, no, there is no entry.
Blue armor. Oh, Meatball just jumping in. Stoker gets the force on Zoomzy. Players that were trying to force are also dying, so 2 down on the side of Slopy Jalopy for that force. Definitely an opportunity for Goblin Zone to try and pressure, but it looks like they decide going into that Uber, just they don't want to try that. They're going to try and hold last.
Yeah, it's better really to just keep all your players alive and try to hold last rather than trying to salvage for that counter force. But right now we do see a Shining Star Huntsman sniper towards the left spawn, so this is a bit interesting. Looks like there's a bit of a gimmicks going around here for Goblin Zone, but Slopy Jalopies are finally getting into lobby towards Shutter, but they get forced from spam from Muma on the crate, and they're in through Shutter, leading on Phone and Stalk, and Sentry does go down, and Phone is leading all the way to left spawn, and the Heavy comes out. He gets absolutely railed down from the Heavy, and with both scouts down and Meatball eventually going down, it's just up to Stalk and Caboose. They've lost all their team fighting for that point time that is almost close to being capped. But wait, there's a player going for back out. Caboose is in on last. Wait a second. He missed the sticks. He dodged
Yeah,
it.
you hate to see it, but Caboose showing that not knowing where the enemy medic is still means someone can back out.
Oh no. Hedgehog did get the sticks on point, but Caboose shifted it just a bit to the left and didn't take any damage from it. So that's a back cap that will put Slopy Jalopy in the lead. 2-1 heading into this next mid. What's going to go on Delta?
Looks like standard mid, both teams spamming right now. Slopy Jalopy is towards the catwalk side though. Bombing into Saw are both soldiers behind. This is an opportunity for aggression on Slopy Jalopy, but they are down one. They're getting pinched. They're not going forward. They're going to have to just run.
Yeah, Muma walked in all the way from Saw with the flank, like you said, and he does kill Caboose. So even though they lost both scouts, they do get the pick on the medic. Zoomzy does die though, trying to fall back into the Slopy Jalopy Saw, but I don't know what happened, but it ended up being a mid-win for Slopy Jalopy, even though they lost their medic and a soldier early.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that turned around as well, but it's Slopy Jalopy very comfortable on this map, able to win that.
Yeah, they had the soldier sandwich towards Saw, and then they chose to walk their heels across point, but it seemed the counter collapse from Slopy Jalopy worked out in their favor. But anyways, we're gonna head into a mid cap for Slopy Jalopy with even Ubers. So
Definitely. Have we seen a stalemate on these points yet?
this is the second one. So
Oh yes, we did see one earlier. I believe it was broken by double soldier bomb through window.
yeah, from Shuckle and Muma.
Let's see how this one ends.
Yeah, but
Lower-
this time it's Slopy Jalopy with the mid instead of Goblin Zone, and they're gonna try to work this sack with, I believe that's Messiah and Meatball geared up towards Saw. Looks like they're gonna might go for a double bomb here, but no, Meatball's just gonna go for a solo bomb, bombing off of the Saw wall, and he lights up Zoomzy.
Yeah, Zoomzy's 2 health, nerves of steel on Zoomzy. Shuckle going for the counter sack will be caught. Let's see if there is a push attempt or some sort of sack. Looks like Messiah's gonna jump through window onto Messiah, gets 1 rocket off, 2 rockets off, not any damage though.
Yeah, so right now it's gonna be a counter sack all the way from Zoomzy, Muma, and actually Sam's behind from kitchen into their Saw, so they actually have 2 players behind.
Oh my gosh, who was that? Muma just jumped through Saw to kitchen into the enemy team Saw and killed 2
Yeah.
people. Slopy Jalopies just gonna have to run, but these soldiers behind are killing everyone. Muma just...
What happened there was a scout, Sam, walking all the way into Sloppy saw, and then Muma followed up and after Sam corrals 2 players from the flank of Sloppy Jalopy, and he bombs and kills those players, and then somehow Messiah dies in that flurry of exchanges. So I don't know how they got the force and 3 picks off of that, but it worked out for Goblin Zone, and they're gonna walk into second here with full Uber ad. Walking in through Saw right now, they do have Shuckle bombing on the high ground to make some space for his team. Zoomzy does get hit by some spam, but they should be cleanly getting in. Meatball is on Sniper right now. In forwards, he does get the scout capping, and he will go back spawn. But right now, that's going to cause Ubers to eventually even out, because they don't have a scout to help push.
Yeah, 1 down on the side, Goblin Zone, but even Ubers on last. Not really a whole lot for Sloppy Jalopy to do. Sniper from Sam this time. Oh, they are sacking in the meantime, it looks like. Soldier, very hurt in the air, Messiah, just a bit of spamming, it looks like.
Yeah, and Muma tried to counter sack from lower. He does get absolutely denied from Shining Star, so... But right now, we do have Sam up on Sniper, actually, so... Looking to see, Sam's looking from logs into top left, but there isn't really any sightline to peek into when... Or there isn't anybody to really shoot at, because they're playing really tucked in on this fence, on the shed by fence, so... But actually, wait, we do have a Muma spy right now. Well, walking in from... He's on the mini pack towards bridge. Getting ready to go into lower right here for this force or drop on the medic, I mean. Oh wait, is he? He's on the Your Eternal Reward. That's interesting.
Yeah, Goblin Zone is going to be pressuring the Strutter side. They, through drop down, yes, that's where the sniper was. And now he's on the left side, trying to clear the stickies. Very conventional bold on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. The sentry guns. Oh, the spy went for the
Muma tries to go for the pick on the Meatball. Meatball turns around right at the last second. I think a teammate called it out for him, so he does kill Muma. And Meatball's gonna try to counter sack from Shutter on the way to the bats, and he does get bounced by the sniper and sticky. So that'll be another trade of sacks. Stocks pressuring lobby right now, trying to get some damage off, but it's not really gonna matter in the grand scheme of things.
There was a headshot snipe attempt on that scout. I think Shining Star or Sam almost hit that.
Yeah, and I believe that Shining Star was trying to peek from lower. She does take damage from that sentry, so the sentry has repositioned itself from the shed into the middle of grass. That's a very default sentry spot for this kind of turtle hold on the last. And they actually do have a pyro right now, pushing into top left from Muma.
There's no way.
No,
Muma almost getting onto the medic there. Down 2 for Goblin Zone though. Looks like Meatball's gonna try and sack through lower. He is spotted. Soldier going through cheese. Other soldier bombing cheese as well. Trying to kill the flank players. Meatball almost killing Shining Star.
Yeah, but sadly, Shining Star does get the 2 soldiers there, and Sam did try to go for a hero shot, I believe, and he will die to Stock's pipes. So, right now, there's no soldiers. They're going to try to walk in through top left for free and try to shoot the sentry, since there's only Stock to really deny any choke point, and Stock's walking forward. Muma's in deep too, but he's not going to really get anything, and they're going to actually trade Ubers here. I think Zoomzy did. I think he actually got bounced into last and got forced there, but he has to use that Uber to escape. And on the side of Caboose, he also clubs his Uber. He drops his scout to Hedgehog, and right now it's just him and Stock on second right now. Meatball's gonna try to follow up to help, and looks like they will take second here. Hedge is deep though, and they do have the crits coming out on the side of the NG from Market, and they will eventually get second.
Yeah, several soldiers going in though, trying to pressure the point. 1 is down on the side of Goblin Zone. Meatball is doing a great job surviving. There is definitely a collapse opportunity for Sloppy Jalopy. Scout's going to try and pressure Shuckle. Stock is also, they're going to have to run away on the side of Goblin Zone. Market definitely using that frontier of justice to do his team.
Yeah, but Zoomzy is going to lead his team in with this Uber through Saul, because they have a 20% Uber ad, but they do get the pick on the side, Messiah, who was caught out towards the rollout. area, and they do get the pick on the phone, so that's 2 picks for them. They can afford to go for a double stack right here. As they walk into top left, actually, they're going to take the space that is given to them with these 2 picks, and they will use in. They will kill Meatball, and the Uber does get forced out from the side of Slopy Jalopy, but they only have 3 players to follow up on this. Bone and Messiah are going to spawn in 1 second right now, but these spawns may be too late. They're all corralled to the right spawn door, other side of Slopy Jalopy, and they're eventually going to lose all these players in this last push.
Yeah, the player ad too strong on the side of Goblin Zone. Able to just take that slight Uber ad and really make a lot out of it.
Yeah, it was an unfavorable exchange because by the time Caboose did get his Uber, Goblin Zone had used all the way into the pushing into last, so they could have met them with the Uber change towards that choke point, but they just sadly weren't able to get there on time. So it's going to head into another mid. Game is tied with 8 minutes left.
Looks like both teams going aggressive with Sloppy Jalopy. Both soldiers bombing into the demo. Medic dead, Hedges 2 health. Market able to finish him off. I think that's Shuckle counter bombing, but he is going to get cleaned up by the scouts. Muma bombing in 2, almost killing Caboose, but Caboose lives. Only 1 down. What a convincing mid-win.
Yeah, that was a good play from Phone and Market going back to their medic after getting that immediate pick onto the combo from the side of Goblin Zone. So they will have a very decisive mid-win. Sock's already pushing in the last, trying to get some traps off in case somebody tries to push in the lobby. So they do have full Uber ad. Looks like there aren't any off classes just yet until Sam comes up on NG. So if they go fast enough, they could go in before the sentry is even up. And it looks like they're buffing up in lobby right now. It looks like Stalk does want to gear towards Shutter, and hopefully they actually do have a flank from Muma. Muma did get behind from lower, and it looks like he was caught up because they were waiting for him. And they're going to take it in through Shutter with this man ad and this Uber ad. Bone's going to shoot down the sentry with Stalk, and they're going to lead it across point towards the left spawn door. They're fighting these players, but the heavy comes out from on the side of Goblin Zone, and they just play the point. There's no sticks there, and they just win the round.
Yep, 3-2 for Goblin Zone. Goblin Zone's for Sloppy Jalopy. Sloppy Jalopy has had very convincing mid-wins, and it's really let them win a lot of the rounds. A lot of the rounds that kind of last a long time have been going in favor of Goblin Zone.
Yeah, it's been really favorable for them, and if they can hold on to this lead, they could send it to a 3rd map here. And this 3rd map, I believe, is Sunshine, I believe. So heading into this next mid.
Yeah, both teams spamming right now. It looks like Messiah's doing the same bomb he was with Meatball. Lots of damage out, but no kill. Not sure if Sloppy Jalopy able to kill Skep. That soldier is Market. Meatball is still behind, doing a lot of damage. Sam is very hurt. Shuckle's hurt. Lots of hurt players on the side of Goblin Zone. Rocket's doing a great job holding the high ground, but it looks like Sloppy Jalopy being 2 down is going to elect lead.
Since there's no soldiers, there wasn't any aerial bombs on the side of Slopy Jalopy to help force those players out. And since Meatball was caught behind Install with 30 HP, he was going to get cleaned up. And using that man ad, Goblin Zone does take that mid. And it looks like they're going to try to work a sack right now with 5 minutes and 30 left in this map.
Yep. Shining Star clearing stickies with Hedge. And it looks like the sack is going to go through Saw, unless they're just pressuring for the sack to be lower. Yep. Shuckle bombing to window. Muma's on window. I'm sure they are about to jump through this back up.
But the telling sign of these sacks on Goblin Zone have been double soldier bombs, so I am predicting that there might be a fake bomb on the side of Shuckle or Muma, and then the other one follows up on it. But they do have their time to work the sack. Muma's gonna bomb from window. He actually beefs his jump, and Shuckle tries to bomb from Saw, but he gets bounced into the air from stickies from Stalk. So that was an unsuccessful double soldier sack attempt. And with Meatball and Sniper, they might be looking to take the space. Sam does die too, so Sloppy Jalopy are going to ride this momentum all the way into mid. Sock's up on the high ground, and he's forcing these players out. There's a soldier caught towards Saw. Actually, that's Hedgehog, and he does die.
That demo pick, really unfortunate. That's going to allow Sloppy Jalopy to have a very easy push. 2 down? 2 very important classes down on the side of Goblin Zone. Soldiers are going to be holding the Saw side. Muma is trying to do a bomb onto Meatball.
Yeah, but it looks like the force is being pressured for right here, and they are going to take this exchange. A good bomb from one of the soldiers on the side of Goblin Zone does force out the Uber, but they've lost both soldiers trying to get that force off. In the end, what was a good attempt from the soldiers of Goblin Zone didn't turn out to work out because they did drop both soldiers in that exchange. And they could walk it in the last, but spawns are going to come up eventually. But actually, no, they're going to choose to push the effort here through top left on the side of Slopy Jalopy. There's a heavy on point that's been heavily damaged, and there's soldiers and scouts trying to meet them at this choke point. And Messiah and Market do go down, so maybe trying to push the limits too far there. Yeah, and Muma does die trying to make space for his team on a second, so it looks like Goblin Zone will eventually be able to take second here, but not without a fight from the side of Slopy Jalopy. Stalks forward on point. He's getting some damage onto Sam, and they've gotten 2 picks for it.
Goblin Zone being 2 down, they really just have to run away. You can't really get wiped here. Slight Uber advantage from Slopy Jalopy. I don't know if they think it's bigger. They might try and take it. Looks like they want to take this in, but Ubers are even now.
Nah, they just... Well, actually, yeah, they do just take an exchange here. Looks like Zoomzy saw so many players there in the choke point, and he did use the Uber, but they do drop 2 players, so it actually did work out. I thought it was an ill-advised Uber, but it's working out so far. But Caboose hasn't used yet. Caboose is milking this Uber really hard right now.
Yeah, both scouts down. Not the situation you want to be in. It's the full out 2. They're just going to take it through top left. Gonna pressure Shuckle out. They haven't even used Uber yet. Not much Goblin Zone can really do against this. Oh, he tracked though, killing both. It's only stock. It's just a demo Uber.
Yeah, now they eventually choose to use this Uber, but nobody's there aside from Stock and Caboose. The players from the side of Slopy Jolly are finally funneling into last, but it's just the combo. There's nobody else to help. I mean, there's a sniper, but he's gonna die from a bomb from Shuckle. Seemed a bit disjointed there on the side of Slopy Jalopy, but yeah, it's not gonna work out for them. But thankfully, they're up 3-2.
Phone running on point. I think maybe he didn't see some of the stickies, or maybe he called to use. Very unfortunate for them. Ubers are going to probably equalize here.
Right, and I was going to expect an off-class on the side of Slopy Jalopy, but it looks like they're not going to choose to do that for now. I think that Goblin Zone are trying to push in the lobby right now. They know they have Slight Ad on their side, and they're going to bomb through bridge, leading on Hedgehog. Hedgehog's already in on point, but this meta is really far back. But Caboose does eventually get his Uber, and Zoomzy's call out towards lower potentially. Hedgehog's going to die in the skybox to a sticky from Stock, and Zoomzy's going to die too. They're going to roll it into last on the side of Slopy Jalopy, and they're going to get this point eventually. It's a bit scrappy, but they do eventually get the point after trading a bunch of frags with one another.
Jay, there's only a minute left, and Sloppy Jalopy are up 2 rounds. Do you think Goblin Zone can really do anything here?
I mean, with the continuing overtime, for those who don't know, the continuing overtime means that whoever's the first to the, so in this case, the first to 5 rounds is the winner of the match, so on the side of Goblin Zone, they will need to win 3 straight rounds, whereas Sloppy Jalopy have to win 1 round in order to secure map 3. It could be possible, but right now the soldier aggression from the side of Shuckle and Muma have been getting denied hard. And heading into this mid, looks like they're going to once again go for this aggression that has been working out so much for them, and they're stuffing these players into Catwalk on the side of Slopy Jalopy. They're wiping everybody in Goblin Zone. Their patented aggression results in a completely clean mid for them.
Yeah, there's actually a chance there's enough time. No, there's not. It's a couple seconds off, but we will be going into overtime, I believe.
Yeah, so remember, first to 5 will win this map because it is continuing overtime on the side of Goblin Zone. So Goblin Zone are going to walk in with this Uber. Looks like I don't think Slopy Jalopy are really aware of the rules right now because they thought it was going to be the end of the match after the time expired, and yeah, they're going to eventually wipe. So Goblin Zone are going to win this round, and it's going to be 5-2 for the side of Goblin Zone. Yeah, once again, I don't think Slopy Jalopy were familiar. They thought that because you were up 2 rounds, you would that once the time expired, it would have been a map win for Goblin Zone. But remember, with the continuous overtime, it's the first it's the person who wins the 5th round in this scenario for Goblin Zone and Slopy Jalopy.
Yeah, looks like Sloppy Jalopy is having Market take the high ground with Phone. And Messiah is going to be shoving the right lane along with Stock into Kitchen, but Messiah dies. Not a lot of damage done. Meatball going in 2, no damage done, and he's dead. That's 2 down for Slopy Jalopies. They're going to have to run.
You're right, and right now Goblins don't have the momentum in their favor with a decisive round win like that. They can ride it all the way from lower and potentially go for a force here onto Caboose if they choose to go to for it, but Caboose is geared up towards Bats. It looks like they're eventually going to concede this, but Caboose is coming up on his Uber, so they will choose to take this exchange with Phone and Stock. Stock's inching forward, and they do take the exchange, but they are flashing both Stock and Phone. Is Caboose, but they do get the 2 picks on the Shuckle and Muma. Phone does crater, does get Shuckle to crater, so it is a favorable exchange on the side of Slopy Jalopy. They could ride this momentum into mid with these 2 picks.
There is a scout behind, though, and it's the second point, so there is a back cap opportunity. Sam looks like he's going for it. This is going to be really unfortunate for Slopy Jalopy. Their entire team's going to have to turn around.
Nah, Meatball's already there on second fighting with Phone, and yeah, they actually did bring the heals back, like you said, so you are right. They did bring everybody back. It looks like it did thwart the push of Slopy Jalopy, and it is going to eventually stalemate out here. Meatball's in, trying to go from a counter stack from lower, but he doesn't get anything for it. Only 50 damage on the Zoom Z, but otherwise, stacks have been traded.
Yep, I think we're going to see the patented double soldier bomb from the side of Goblin Zone, as they have been so common from them on this point.
Yeah, look at that. They're gearing up towards Saw right now. Are Shuckle and Muma, and yeah, they're taking their sweet time spotting out these players, and Shuckle does eventually go in from window. He does distract the 2 scouts, and Muma does get a clean rocket off of that distraction, but sadly Caboose doesn't get forced to it. He will grab the pack, and he will be on full HP. With these 2 soldier picks, Slopy Jalopy could choose to go for something, and they are walking through lower right now. The traps are towards Catwalk, so I don't think there will be anything to drop them, but Sam's actually on the back cap job right now, so while the Uber has been popped from Goblin Zone and they have dropped 3 players, that Sam has brought all the players from Slopy Jalopy back to second right now. But it's really all for naught because Caboose hasn't popped his Uber yet, so Slopy Jalopy does have full Uber coming from second into mid.
Yeah, Sam is going to be a pain to deal with. He definitely can try and back cap, and Market is going to 1v1 him. Market doesn't know he's here? Interesting.
Yeah, he's walking up on the Market from Bats. Oh no, he beeps the first shot, but he does hit the next 2. Market's down to low HP, and he will eventually clean up Market. And right now, Meatball is fighting with another soldier on second, and he will get cleaned up from Sam, even though Muma does die. And somehow Sam escapes that whole entire exchange. So he's back out on the mid, acting like a rat.
Yeah, definitely rat plays coming out of Goblin Zone, as a lot of people will call what Goblin Zone does. What's really unfortunate, all that just turns into another stalemate.
Right, just as you say, and remember, first to 5 does win this, so in order for Goblin Zone to make this comeback and secure the 2-0 victory, they do need to win the next 2 rounds. But there is 2 minutes left on the timer right now, so time is dwindling on their end to make a move. And they are going for the double soldier bomb from window are Muma and Shuckle. Shuckle does get denied immediately from both scouts, and so does Muma, so great job on the side of Market and Phone. They do get the 2 picks, and they do want to choose to go push out on these 2. But Phone does trap in Saw from Hedge.
Yeah, that's probably going to spell the end of any aggression. Only a minute 30 left till the round timer resets.
But it's caught out heat towards lower. It was just that I thought they could have gone. Never mind. And Meatball did try to counter stack too, but it wasn't really anything you get from it.
Yeah, still, these teams have some confusion about this config. Hopefully they can get that figured out.
Yeah, I believe they're under the presumption that by holding for the next minute they would win this. They would win this on the side of Slopy Jalopy. That's what it looks like to me. But Shining Star is trying to lead her team in from lower, but looks like she's just distracting and spawning for this eventual bomb from the soldiers. So yeah, Muma's in from Saw, so is Shuckle, but Shuckle gets sucked from the window, so Muma's left out to dry and will die.
Yeah, Meatball through window. Yeah, sacking on Saw side, gets a kill, lives. That's not what I expected.
Yeah, and off of that, they're going to go for the exchange on Phone. They're going to exchange, but look at this. Caboose has to flash both both Messiah and Phone, and Meeple's gonna follow up on this Uber, so the Ubers do end. Hedgehog does get killed, and so does Zoomzy on point. Shuckle tries to bomb in to salvage on the hut, but he will die too, and it's just up to Muma and Sam. But Muma's behind, and it's just really all him right now in the enemy team's kitchen.
It's a Shining Star hiding in boards, though. There's no way. Shining Star.
No, the back burner! She got the thing! What? She got the thing.
Yeah, haven't seen that one in a while. Unfortunately, I've seen it again. Looks like
yet another Goblin rat play.
Yeah, this map will continue.
Yeah, and if Caboose hadn't died there, they would have been pushing Analyze right now with full Uber ad, but right now Zoomzy does have the 30% ad. And they could choose to either, I mean, they ideally would push, but with the 5-minute round timer, they could choose to just stalemate it back all the way to mid and just restart the round, because what I'm seeing right now is a Sam Sentry, so I'm not sure if they're reading the Uber situations correctly, but looks like they're not. They're going to choose a turtle around here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this match went on for another 30 minutes, but Slopy Jalopy definitely has an opportunity to break this hold and take the round.
Yeah, and right now there are no off classes on the side of either team aside from the typical Sentry on last from Sam, so look to see if Slopy Jalopy either choose to go for a double sack or single sack on Meatball, but Meatball's gearing towards drop down to spot the Sentry, will get spotted out, and Messiah's actually taking a fight in the lobby. He'll defeat Muma with the help from Phone. So they're pushing towards drop down right now, are Slopy Jalopy, and they're looking to try to eventually shoot down the Sentry to work a sack. Yeah, Phone actually tried to walk in from top left to spot the Sentry, but he gets bounced in, barely dies, and so does Shuckle, so it's just damage being exchanged right now, and Slopy Jalopy are looking for any kind of opening right now to finish this map once and for all. Delta, what's gonna break the stalemate here?
Either a sniper or somehow the gun's gonna die. Somehow the gun's gonna be distracted and a soldier's gonna get on the net, or a scout.
Yeah, we actually saw both soldiers from Slopy Jalopy trying to pressure through lower to shoot down the Sentry. He did get caught out though. With a soldier down.
Mike is cutting out a bit. Phone in lower. Messiah trying to spam the gun, dead. Even player numbers is probably going to spell the end of any sack attempts. Looks like both teams are going to wait for all their players to get here before doing anything else.
Yeah, it looks like Messiah is going to spawn up, but he isn't going to switch his class at all. Not typical of Messiah, because he usually isn't the off class for these guys, so I was hoping that he would hold a spawn door for maybe a Market or Phone sniper. Those two are very capable snipers to their own right, but they're just going to try to break this again. They have 2 minutes, so if this doesn't happen, it's going to reset on mid, just to remind you guys. And Meatball does get brought down to 11 HP towards lower. Messiah's down to 62, so they're going to have to heal up once again and find a way to break the Sentry. This hold from Goblin Zone has been unbreakable, it seems, on the side of Slopy Jalopy.
Yeah, it looks like top left is the door that is going to be pressured by Slopy Jalopy. Only soldier and scout. There's definitely an opportunity to try and bust through. Looks like a lot of the players that did, unfortunately, are hurt. The gun almost died during that, went down to like 40 health. Continued aggression on the top right. Messiah spamming the gun. It's just getting repaired. I believe Sam has a dispenser somewhere that's giving him ammo. Gun not able to go down.
This is stalemate city right now, but there is 1 minute, so all of Slopy Jalopy's progress will be reset if they can't get this last push to work. So if push comes to shove, they might have one more stack to work with, and it's going to be an exchange here. But they're pressuring Stalk in through top left. Phone's in to support him, and yeah, the exchange is going to go out on the side of Slopy Jalopy. Eventually, Zoomzy will pop his Uber, but the Uber is way better for on the side of Goblin Zone, and they're chasing in the lobby. Phone goes down. Caboose is caught out towards drop down, so Caboose will eventually die. Where's the rest of his team right now? But they're all the way back on second. So on the side of Slopy Jalopies, they're gonna wipe. Goblin Zone has a way back into this game once and for all.
Yeah, only 30 seconds left, but Goblin, having this point, will reset that back to 5 minutes. And considering the player situation, I'm sure Goblin Zone is going to be able to take mid.
You're right, and there is Market. He actually AFK in forwards, but as soon as he does have about 30% ad, they do have mid. But right now, Slopy Jalopies are a bit disjointed. Meatball's trying to fight mid, but he's alone. He's gonna die. And right now, the team on Slopy Jalopies are back on second right now. Market's not there to be. Now he eventually moves his mouse, but Slopy Jalopies are on the back foot of this, and they could be losing this lead. But Market is going to go back up on sniper. So.
Yeah, definitely. Stock and Cheese spamming into the saw side. Not going to be able to find anything though. Everyone in lobby for Slopy Jalopies. This is fortunately not going to be Uber Force. It looks like Market was also not able to hit anything. Now it is a reverse of the situation we were in here. Goblin Zone is sending everyone in for lower, even though even Uber's, they must have miscounted this. Uber coming out for Slopy Jalopies is going to be able to chase players down. Somehow Edges behind the soldier in lobby, killing Meatball. Starting to start going down, but that looks to be about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Zoomsy only had about 30 ad, but they kind of stood there for a bit on second before pushing on the last, so that ad eventually did dwindle out. But looks like things are gonna reset here on both sides. So Shining Star, for a change of things or change of scenery, she's gonna go back up on sniper. So this will be the first time we've seen Shining Star go on sniper for a while. That is. Shining Star might. Oh, Caboose is flirting with the idea of peeking to the sideline. I don't like it, but Shining Star doesn't choose to go on that pick. So they choose to go for the shot.
Who's subconsciously trying to drop the Uber maybe. Gun is placed in front of lower into the normal spot. Looks like it's a little more forward than normal. I think it's usually a tiny bit further back than that, but still should be enough to prevent top right and lower.
Yeah, so sacks are being traded right now. Messiah did try to go in there, but he did get a 9-piece hedge. And we're stuck in that traditional Snakewater stalemate on last.
Yeah, absolutely. Shining Star hopefully will show us how to break these stalemates.
Yeah, she's speaking the shutter, but she sadly misses the shot onto the soldier playing towards drop down. And she's going to rotate up the top left, charging up her shot, but the soldiers there are just falling up from shutter to top left.
Everyone for Goblin Zone right now is in lobby. There was a time when no one was watching lower, so there are definitely opportunities for Slopy Jalopies to take advantage of some of the doors that aren't being covered. Phone trading Meatball out in lower. Shining Star scoped in. Oh, Phone almost had an opportunity just to run down the sniper. Fortunately, that did not work out for him.
Sam's in a little cheeky position towards the barrels here in shutter, but there's not and drop down, but there's not really anything.
Jay.
Yeah,
do
sorry.
You see what I see?
No, I don't.
There's a spot. Muba.
Ah, finally. Maybe this will finally break this last hold. Who knows? But Muma's on the cloak and dagger, gearing up towards lower. He's walking in, spawning out the medic towards the sentry and the shed. So hopefully they can work something off of this. They got 2 minutes on the side of Goblin Zone to work something here.
Yep, Muma walking all the way in. No one looks like they're really looking. Actually, people look like they're looking for a spy.
Yeah, and there's some damage being traded to top left. Looks like Goblin Zone's trying to pressure top left to help their spy out here, but they're getting denied from the spam from Messiah. Messiah nearly killed Sam, but Sam will get hit. And wait, Muma's in. He gets to pick up Stock.
Yeah, Stock going down there. Two dead. Messiah just stuffs 2 people in the top right, but one of them was the spy, I guess. Bone dying though, even numbers, but no demo. definitely an opportunity to pressure, but oh, it was a sniper on the side of Goblin Zone. Shining Star's peeking with 5 HP and dies.
Yeah, she was trying to go for a hero shot there, but she got eventually bounced from that soldier. So she dies there. And right now there's a minute left. Looks like they're going to eventually wait for the super and just try in. But Meatball overextends. A bit of an untimely death as there's only 58 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like they're gearing up on the side of Goblin Zone to go through Shutter. They are exchanging, leading on Sam. And the sentry is denying this Uber. It looks like Sam didn't get flashed on time, and the sentry does go down eventually, but not until the boost chases into this lower this Uber. They're gonna pick out Zoomzy and Hedge, so the combo is down on the side of Goblin Zone, and Slopy Jalopies could just walk in a second here.
Yeah, 4 down for Goblin Zone. Slopy Jalopy looked like they were going to be stuck on last, but both times 30 seconds on the clock, and the teams get out of last. There's definitely an opportunity for them to push into mid off of this. 2 down, very slow spawn on Shuckle. Would not be an easy push though.
Yeah, and on the side of Slopy Jalopies, they do have 20%. Nah, it's only 15% ad, so it's minimal ad. I don't know if they can go on it on time, but they're fighting on second.
Yeah, Goblin Zone just threw lower. No one's watching that. Muma's gonna somehow live. Sam's doing a bunch of damage to Market, finally falling. That could have turned out a lot worse.
Yeah, it looks like teams are getting the teams are getting agitated right now because this match has been drawn out for a while. I'd say it's been about like 40 minutes so far since the match started, I'd say, and there hasn't been a foregone conclusion to this match. Remember, the first of 5 does win this. It's currently 4-3 in favor of Slopy Jalopies, but they haven't been able to get out of their last and get onto Goblin's last. So right now they're currently gearing their combo towards lower here to pressure for a sack right now. Looks like they're going for the patented double soldier bomb on the side of Goblin Zone, but Muma's gonna bomb in from window alone. He won't be able to get anything as he gets outright denied by phone.
Both bombing in for Goblin Zone, missing the rocket onto Caboose. That's both soldiers down. Going to be pushing through lower is Slopy Jalopies. It's trapped, but only Catwalk is. Phone runs in, forces. This is an excellent Uber out of the side of Slopy Jalopies. 3 down for Goblin Zone. Demo's bombing forward, gonna catch everyone out. It looks like maybe Shining Star will. Nope, Shining Star's trying to commit. Scouts are trying to chase, will not commit to that. Getting on the point does give the opportunity to deny the forward spawns. Also, another way to do that is what Stock's doing, just put stickies on them.
Yeah, and Muma, with these sticks, I don't know if Muma can really peek out and go for this hero sniper shot, but right now, they do have Uber out on the side of Slopy Jalopies, and there is a player behind in Shining Star. I don't know if they're going to try to push in the last, or try to kill Shining Star before they push in, but they do have 35 ad.
Yeah, Stock is still watching the shutter. Muma back spawning. Good Uber ad on the side of Slopy Jalopies. We will have to see how they take this Uber and if they're able to get a clean push.
Yeah, Phone's fighting Shining Star towards lower, and he's actually losing the fight, so he'll go down to Shining Star. Shining Star still being a nuisance behind, and there's no scouts right now on the side of Slopy Jalopies, so they might not be able to push. And maybe Zoomzy, if he's building, but he's only skill stick building right now, he could probably get this Uber on time before Phone and Co are. Like, could get it on time right now. Zoomzy's at 85%.
Jay, I think your mic is making some noises. Even Ubers now for both teams. Phone is going to be the thing Slopy Jalopies uses to try and break this last push. Phone is a very good sniper, and looks like he's going to be peeking the top left door. Body shotting Shuckle, and that gives Messiah the opportunity to try and spam the gun. Shuckle is going to jump on the shack to try and deny. Everyone on Slopy Jalopies is pressuring this left side door. Scouts here going to kill Messiah though. Looks like that's going to spell the end of aggression for Slopy Jalopies. Might be a counter sack for Goblin Zone, but doesn't look like they're doing it. So
yeah, it's looking pretty good there. It's looking pretty good, at least for Slopy Jalopies. At least since they're pushing towards Goblin Zone's last. There's a lot more pressure, at least on Goblin Zone, to at least hold for these next 3 minutes, while Slopy Jalopies does have time to work the picks. But
Yep.
right now, Meatball's taking a fight towards lower with Shining Star, but he will lose that fight.
First to 5 will win this. So one more round for Sloppy Jalopy. Two more rounds for Goblin Zone. But Goblin Zone is stuck on last. Phone is on Sniper. Not sure where he's going to try and peek. Looks like he's going drop down. Hasn't peeked this doorway yet. Looks like he's going for the hero shot. Can't really get anything, unfortunately, for him. Looks like top left is the next doorway. Messiah walking in, great direct, trying to spam this gun down, but 3 down on the side of Sloppy Jalopy is not what you want to see.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to book it all the way out towards lower on second. Meatball's towards lower, but he gets spotted out, or dropped down, but he gets spotted out because his rocket clips through the wall. That's very unfortunate. So he'll get caught out, and it's just Market and Caboose backing up all the way to mid. This is looking like the tides could turn in favor of Goblin Zone, but they're currently on second right now. They weren't fast enough to really get into mid and deny the forwards while capping second. So, but they did get the pick on a Shining Star or Sloppy Jalopy.
Yeah, that's a scout. This is a great snacking opportunity. Messiah jumping into cheese. Might draw eyes. Yep, other scout back. There's no scout with the medic right now. If the soldier was to jump in, yep, which is what's going to happen. No
Oh no, Zoomzy gets dropped. He wasn't even close to Uber and nobody was there to help him deny Messiah. So Zoomzy gets dropped. This could be the end of Sloppy Jalopy.
Sam's on stock. Everyone's on. Caboose getting forced. Looks like everyone else is going to be cleaned up though. The spawns, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to push last off of this. For some reason, Shining Star's on. Okay, that's why. Very confident.
Yeah, but there's nobody to deny point. It's just Zoomzy there to deny point, and Shining Star hasn't switched to Scout, so...
Yeah, you know, I was thinking Scout would be the class, but Headshot almost convinced me.
Oh, so we're going to a third map. A third map after... I believe that was a 50-minute map right there on Snakewater. Let me check the logs. It was 51 minutes and 38 seconds, actually. So, with Slopy Jalopies winning that second map, we're going to head on to Sunshine to decide who moves on in the lower bracket. That was tiring, Market or Delta, and for both teams, I'd say. And even we're getting tired too, because you can see me. I'm stumbling my words a little bit too.
Yeah, you know, watching 10 minutes of last holds on both sides, and then another 5 minutes of last holds. Only so much you can do when there's no, you know, map timer to just end the game. What do you want to say about the logs? I don't know if you pulled them up yet, Jay.
I do have them up indeed. Is it Stock? That was your guy you were hyping up on Gully, but this time on Snakewater, he's leading the team in terms of damage, and he barely died at all. I can't really think of times where he died aside from them trying to push in a last to pressure for a sack. So Stock being really good at keeping his life, and you know I kind of do expect that out of Stock because he tends to be he's like one of those players that is really good at keeping track of their health and staying alive and having really good positioning to back up his team. So on the side.
Oh, Jay, yes, your mic is doing it again.
God damn it.
Looking at the logs, what really stands out to me besides Stock's excellent damage and kills is Market 35 kills. I think he was doing a really good job in a lot of the team fights, cleaning up what Stock was doing. Phone as well has a similar amount of kills. The soldiers for Sloppy Jalopy definitely have less kills, but they were really initiating really well, allowing there to be space for the rest of the team to go forward. On the side of Goblin Zone, I think their demo presence wasn't quite as good in a lot of the fights, unfortunately. I don't think Hedge was able to do as much damage as Stock, which you know, just made it a lot more difficult for the rest of their players to collapse.
Heading into Sunshine Delta. hopefully this will be a quick side of affairs on both teams. But that was a very extended Snakewater game, and I'm hoping that based on how both teams are, considering this is a scout map, both teams' scouts have been really showing up to play today, and I'm hoping that this will be the case on Sunshine because Phone, Market, Shining Star, and Sam have been leading the way for the teams in terms of the fragging department.
Yeah. I'm just going to have to say, though, my namesake Market, I'm sure he's going to do great on this map. And so if you want to go into predictions, I think I'm ready for those.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'll go with Goblin. Actually no, I'm not gonna go with Goblin Zone. I'm gonna actually go with Slopy Jalopy here to take this third map, and hopefully now that they've grown accustomed to the rules, they will know how to finish off this map with relative ease.
Yeah, but what about the score line?
Okay, you have a point, but oh yeah, 5-2 for Slopy Jalopy.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2 or 3-2 Sloppy Jalopy. Oh, right, there's overtime. It actually can't end at that net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's assume like based on a five round win limit, you know.
Yeah, I'd have to go 5-4 then for Sloppy Jalopy.
So both teams are investigating the server. Hopefully we are going to ready up soon because
Jay, I don't know what you've done, but you should try and test your audio settings for a moment.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
goodness. It looks like Goblin Zone has everyone in the server. Only 4 people on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. Can't really blame them after that 50-minute game with no pauses or no halves. That was definitely, I'm sure it made them quite tired, and they're probably taking a break for a moment.
All right, Delta, I believe we're good to go. You know, I'm sounding more handsomer than ever. Hopefully my audio issues are fixed, but I really want to get this match started as soon as possible. Let's hope.
We are not going live. Both teams did ready up for a brief moment of hope, though. Goblin Zone does not have everyone in the server. We are waiting on, I think it's one of those. Who's the other scout? No. Yeah, it's Sam. We're waiting on Sam.
Delta, any player you want to watch quickly?
Oh, absolutely. Market.
Just because he's not he still his alias, right?
No, it's because it's Market.
Dude, I swore I thought Marquise was playing with them because he was playing last weekend, I believe, with them, but I guess he just wasn't. I remember.
No.
But Market's definitely an upgrade. You know, this is the same team that they had when they placed 4th last season's playoffs. So kind of expected them to play a good fight against this Goblin team.
Yeah, Market, very good player. Top fragged on Snakewater by a pretty good margin, I would say. I think Sunshine is a map where he's just going to do even better on. Phone also is an incredibly good player. I think Phone and Market are kind of going to take control of this game.
Now, I do want to mention that Delta next match that will be casted, I believe around 8:30, 45-ish, depending on how long this map draws out for. I believe the next match that will be casted is like a G6 versus Vorotech in the upper bracket finals. I did get kind of confirmation from our producer regarding that. Delta, these are, I would say, the two best teams in Invite right now, right?
Are you
comfortable with saying
referring?
that?
I'm sorry. What are you referring to?
G6 and Froya.
Uh, the best two is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What about? I think I'd have to give it to Witness.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they did recently pick up High Five, so it does make sense. Because High Five was definitely a bigger upgrade over Alpha, but you obviously can't replace. Yeah, you can't replace. There's no way you could replace Yate and have somebody with as much impact as Yate. So.
Well, what I'd say is, G6 is an incredible team. We'll have to see what happens in this season, right? I'm not discounting anything. I'm sure it's going to be a great game, of course. G6 really has been playing incredibly.
Yeah. But hey, wait. Just hold on a moment there because both teams have rated up. So now we're going to head into the third map of this series. Both maps have been a close side of affairs on both teams. Goblin Zone winning the first map and Slopy Jalopy bringing it back on their map picks. So both teams have won their map picks, but now it's Sunshine that's going to decide who's going to move on in the lower bracket and who goes home. We do see a rollout from Hedge towards his valley, so it's going to be a pretty standard mid on both sides. But we have Muma hiding in his cafe, and he's going to elect to pounce now, but all the players on the side of Slopy Jalopies are towards their cafe. So he's going to bomb now, he's going to catch a stock towards Choke, and the rest of his team is going to follow up on this. But sadly, Zoomzy does die to Market.
Yeah. Zoomzy going down for Goblin Zone. Oh! Slopy Jalopy was not able to keep their medic alive, and being stuck in cafe is causing them to get corralled, but it looks like Market's running out and getting a lot of these kills. Shining Star's going to chase down Meatball, but Market's on the cat, and trying to stop him is Muma. Yeah. Muma hitting that ear shot, showing that Soldier doesn't always lose to Scout, apparently in the 1v1.
Right, so Muma's fast. He slides up off of the stairs, and he almost gets the boost towards Bass, but he'll have to jump out towards Valley, and he'll make it out alive. That was close on the side of Slopy Jalopy, but thankfully Caboose doesn't die to yet another Muma sack. So.
Yeah, Ubers should be even, but Goblin Zone does have. They're jumping through. Maybe it's a sack, or not sure what Muma's doing. Maybe he's feeling himself after killing Market that easily.
That's a huge check bomb right there.
Yeah. Zoomzy might know he has slight ad. I don't know about taking it. Kind of doubt they will. Probably going to be some sort of pressure into the sack.
With how Goblins don't like the sack, well, actually they're gearing up in Valley, mind me. So let me stop what I'm saying here. But they're going in, sending those players behind into lobby like I thought they were going to do. Boom was behind in the lobby with Sam, and they're taking a 2v1 against Phone. But the players on the side of Slopy Jalopies are cleaning up these players, and somehow Shuckle gets caught out too.
Yeah, 3 down for Goblin Zone. Not what they want to be. Edge, very aggressive though, gonna leave through Cafe. Shining Star not leaving through Cafe with the medic. Okay, might have expected, but it doesn't really matter. They're just gonna be back on 2.
Yeah, so now points mid cap has been traded in favor of Slopy Jalopy, and they're gonna look to start off on the right foot here with the lead here, moving into this sacking scenario for them on second. So I wonder what they're gonna do here, because usually they don't send people behind. Usually it's just a single sack on Meatball with a fake bomb from Messiah. So could be different here, but Muma gets caught by a sticky from Dog.
Yeah, 2 down on the side of Goblin Zone. Both those soldiers very good. Stock walking through Choke. Soldier's going to be bombing in onto the fence, onto the demo, doing a bunch of damage to Hedge. Goblin trying to follow that up, quite able to, but Goblin's really hurt. Stock, too aggressive though, maybe a miscommunication going to go down. This is definitely going to allow Goblin Zone to do a pressure.
Yeah, and they can walk through for free. There's no Meatball to bomb because he just respawned, and they're going to walk in right now, leading on Sam. Sam's looking, Caboose wants to exchange with Market and Telephone, but they're going to get the Uber Force out of Caboose, but Zoomzy hasn't used it all. They will use Muma for it, though.
Phone's going to try and force while the medic runs away. Not a lot of damage on the medic. Meatball doesn't really have enough health to do anything. I don't know if Goblin Zone does know Market's behind. Market and Meatball are going to fall. 3 down, but 2 down for Goblin Zone. There is an opportunity to try and hold with the spawn advantage, but Market and Meepo are probably going to be too slow for that.
Yeah, so they can actually deny 2 forwards here if they, because Meatball and Market do have an extended spawn timer. So yeah, they will deny those 2. They could actually work a good sack off of that, but they do have Uber ad walking in through Valley. They have 40 ad leading on their scouts and their demo gear, so they could probably take it for free, but Stock spamming the store. And there is a sniper in forwards, I think, on... No. Phone is on heavy in forwards, and they do use the Uber out on the side of Goblin Zone, but they will only get the pick on the Market towards lower. Phone will peek out of the forwards, but he'll have to back spawn because he's too low.
Yeah.
So that's Uber ad for Caboose and Co.
Yeah, and they're actually going through the unconventional door. They're through dungeon. No one spotted them. They don't know they're here. Bo's is going to be leading this Uber straight into the demo. Wow, getting this kill. Looks like Muma might be caught in, but there's 2 players going for a back cap. Oh no, Sam's not spotted. No one knows. So
yeah, but he gets bounced by Meatball.
Okay, so good. Almost made it to last uncontested. I didn't know there was a soldier on last. Good job by Slopy
But
Jalopies.
Zoomsy's up on the full. Zoomsy's up on full Uber ad now because of that Uber exchange. So it might be another leapfrog here on second as they are looking to gear towards Valley. Yeah, that looks like to be the doorway they will be going through. Leading on Shining Star and Hedge, but they do know that they're trying to push through Valley, so they're gonna focus all their spam towards Valley, and they might have to use here because there's 2 soldiers and Stock spamming towards Valley. They're just kind of sitting in here as they wait for their soldiers to bomb from Cafe. Muma's in from Cafe on a second, and he's making the space for his team. But the Ubers will eventually even out because Caboose is coming up on his Uber at 85%.
Yep, Sloppy Jalopy has to get shoved back to lab last after seeing the hopeful light of second. Stock is going to get a good trap kill on Muma. So
yeah, that was through Shutter. Looks like the players are getting tired right now.
Yeah, they probably are. Stock standing through Shutter. Looks like Goblin Zone is going to pressure that out. Nothing really is going to come of that. No off classes by either team. It is still 0-0, about 6.5 minutes into our 3rd game, tied 1-1 in the series.
Yeah, Marcus up on Sniper, so Marcus is going to choose to peek towards top left, but there is nobody that's going to pressure just yet. Muma tried to skip jump into top left, but he actually got clipped onto the doorway, so that was a completely botched sack attempt, and Sam tried to follow up on it, but since Muma beefed, he'll beef too. And it's just going to be sacks being traded as Meatball tries to bomb from best, but he'll also get denied too.
Yep, classic 2-man. Nothing really coming of that. Maybe no off class yet. This is interesting. I feel like on a lot of on Gullywash and on Snakewater, we saw multiple off classes every last push. But now we're not really seeing anything.
I mean, aside from Market on Sniper and Phone on NG, looks like they're trying to turtle up here on last, but eventually there should be something going on the side of either team. Hopefully it's a Market headshot because I haven't seen him pop off on Sniper just yet. He is looking towards right side of lobby, but he doesn't get the pick on the scout. He doesn't choose to shoot just yet. And actually there was a bomb from top left from Shuckle, but Shuckle wasn't able to get the force. Doesn't get any damage on the Zoom Z, and now they're going to try to take some grounding to right side of lobby, try to work their Market in for a snipe, but Goblin Zone are all the way out on second point. But Messiah did try to bomb from lower, but he got instantly bombed from Muma, so that's a trade on sacks right now.
Yep. 2 minutes has been cut off the clock so far. Still even players. The Sentry Gun is in a slightly different position than I'm used to, but definitely does cover doors 1 and 2. Definitely is not the easiest to spam when you have a demo on the right side.
We do have Muma going up on the Huntsman Sniper, so looks like finally Goblin Zone are going to choose to go for an off class here. And Messiah looked like he was going to fight and have an encounter towards lower, but not going to be the case. But Muma, I'm going to be interested to see how the Sniper exchange goes. He's peeking top right, and he gets the pick onto Market. Oh no! How did the Huntsman beat the Sniper?
Poor Market getting his head chopped off with the Huntsman, but Sam running in through left, going to be pressuring this soldier here, I think Messiah. Stock also over there is able to trap Sam off, killing Messiah, brought him straight into the demo of Goblin's own hedge, doing a lot of damage, but I don't think anything else is going to come of this. Stock is going to trap.
Oh no, he got the pick on the stock too. Muma's on a heater. The Huntsman sniper has proven to be a diff onto the regular sniper rifle, and he's getting confident. He's gonna peek top right into Meatball, but doesn't get the shot. He's gonna rotate around 2 left. I'm gonna keep the cam on a Muma here because he's feeling really confident right now, and he's taking these peeks wherever he wants. He's gonna peek top right now. He might pick up Meatball, but Meatball jukes the arrow, and they fear the sniper.
The gun is down. This is not good for Slopy Jalopy. You really want that sentry gun to deny snacks. This is a perfect opportunity to do some sort of pressure. Sam running through left gets a kill. Sam's very hurt though, is going to be traded out. Actually, the Frontier of Justice is out for this, not for the NG. I think he has a lot of revenge grips. Someone on the net! Health, rocket, somehow leaving him! Getting forced. Yeah, 2 down though. There is a chance for the counter force. Messiah is spotted though, walking through dungeon even though people know he's there.
I don't know if you saw what I saw, but they could have actually dropped Caboose there because Muma was in through top right and he had a sightline, but he didn't put enough power into his arrow there, so he doesn't get the drop, and he gets cratered from Meatball.
Yeah, this full Uber is going to be coming in through right, it looks like. Shining Star doing a lot of damage to the phone, could just run in and kill him with the Uber.
Meatball just to fight top right, he gets caught out, and that, like you said, they're going to push him through left here.
Yep. Walking straight in with the Uber. No Stiggies on point, but Soldiers bombing at Messiah, doing some damage, but the Scout class is a little too strong. Stock also going to fall to the Scout. Market is here. Maybe he can get a 3K. No, he's holding the first round, going to Goblins on a 1-0.
That was a bit interesting. They knew they had full overhead, but Meatball chose to take the fight into top lobby there, and he gets killed. And that, because they have no soldiers to really fight point, they can just walk in. And Messiah, who had to respawn and then fight point, just got absolutely railed from Shining Star's meat shot. So it's gonna be a 1 round here for Goblins, and they'll be up 1-0, and there's 18 minutes and 45 seconds left heading into this next round. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty standard mid, but Muma's getting aggressive on Bell Tower, and he actually doesn't land on the high ground, so he gets bounced down. He'll die. Phone's gonna be traded out from a sticky from hedge, and looks like the frags are going in favor of Goblin Zone because they just picked out Meatball, and looks like Messiah is gonna take this fight into Valley here against the soldier, and he'll kill Shuckle. So frags have been pretty even on the side of both teams. It's just a matter of who has the ground, and right now it's Slopy Jalopies who has the ground, and they'll take mid.
Yeah, I think Muma wanted to land on the high ground there, but him landing on point was kind of a feed, if I do say so. Missing that jump, unfortunately for him, I think really caused a lot of problems for this team. They lost a lot of space off of that. Slopy Jalopy kind of just had the high ground the entire time. Even Uber's here. It looks like Stock is going to be spamming from choke. The combo of Slopy Jalopy is cafe side. Might be rotating to choke. Looks like they're getting ready for a sack. Messiah might try and jump through cafe. Meatball might try. Yeah, Meatball's getting stacked up in choke. Might be doing the bomb.
Looks like they're taking their time though. They really want to spot up and get a good sack here based on the positioning that they see on Goblin Zone. And they're gearing up towards Valley. Meatball is getting ready towards this fence, and the combo's pressuring for him. I'm not sure where Messiah is right now, but it looks like that he's towards Cafe, and Goblin is actually choosing to take the fight into Valley right now, but they lose both soldiers for it. Doc gets both of them with his stickies, and he baited those jumps in really well, and that just allows his team to take second.
Yep, those soldiers being dead, not what Goblin Zone wanted. Slopy Jalopy definitely has the opportunity. Sack coming in, killing Shining Star, doing a lot of damage too. Other players can come in here. Messiah can probably jump in, or they could turn this into a last push. Messiah's trying to pressure the spawn door. Uber's going to be forced out for Goblin Zone, being used at the same time for Slopy Jalopy. Player advantage for Slopy Jalopy. It looks like these soldiers might be caught out. Telephone killing one. Phone's going to be running at the other soldier who is on catwalk.
Yeah, Messiah's there to back him up. They're going to catch the soldier on point, and Hedgehog is just going to be the brunt of this damage, and it's now going to be the heavy, but that's all there is aside from Zoomzy, and that's going to be a round from Slopy Jalopy. So rounds, once again, are being traded just like Snakewater. This is a back and forth affair right now on both teams.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
interesting.
absolutely. 1-1. These mids have been pretty aggressive so far. Hopefully that keeps up. Looks like Stock is going left. He could rotate to the other side though. Goblin Zone Samo rolling out through Valley. Looks like both teams are going to meet on... Nope, they're going to rotate to each other's Tetrises. Looks like...
Yeah, Meatball's looking from Cafe. He's got the jump on Zoomzy right now, but the boost on his side will die, and Meatball will eventually kill Zoomzy. Looks like frags are being traded on the side of both teams, but there's only the soldiers left on Goblin Zone.
Yeah, Luma full health in Cafe is going to be jumping though. He's doing a bunch of damage onto Messiah, and Shuckle finishing him off. But Phone is going to be versus the soldier class, probably favorable for him. But Muma's going to be collecting health packs, and don't count him out. He killed Market last time.
Yeah, Muma's currently in Valley. He's going to try to bomb for point and create some space for his team. He gets the pick on the Phone, so that enabled this team to walk back into mid. They have the numbers advantage. It's just Stock and Market. And Market might get caught up towards Choke, but he'll get an arrow from Caboose and safely escape.
Yeah, Muma killing that scout was very aggressive. Trying to push back in into Market, but then they go down. Shuckle's gonna stop the choke, so no one can follow up, and Market and Meatball kind of just die for naught.
Yeah, Messiah tried to follow up with a bomb from Valley, but since the combo got stuck at the choke, he had to eventually bomb out. But Meatball sadly wasn't able to have the same fate, so he'll die, and that'll allow Goblin Zone to take second right now. And they're going deep. Doc almost got caught towards Shutter, but he'll safely back out. Shuckle almost getting that pick. And right now they have second. They've gotten 2 points, and they could work a pick here on the last and maybe push in if they get the force. Looks like they're just now getting in the lobby inside the Goblin Zone. They're pressuring towards... Well, they're going to heal up first, that is, and then they're going to start pressuring. But we do see an NG on the side of Slopy Jalopy with Market on the
Sam's all the way in through right, going to be shooting Messiah, doing a bunch of damage to him. Good aircraft by Messiah. Other soldiers jumping in. Somehow Luma just jumping in and getting out without dying.
Yeah, Messiah really wanted to follow up and chase that frag on Muma, but he was only 50 HP after he jumped, so he couldn't really have anybody else to follow up with him. So Muma, like you said, does get out. And Sam is on the engineer? But we do see a phone spy. But I'm interested to see what this NG off class could mean. But I'm going to keep my eye on Phone as he's walking in for the sack. Oh wait, no. Back that all the way. He was... even. So he's going to switch up to Sniper. With the turtle setup, Goblin Zone?
Yeah, Sentry Gun and Sniper. Definitely a Highlander setup designed to not push out. There's about 3.5 minutes left on this timer. Might see a round reset. Somehow, I don't think we've seen a round reset despite several hours of gameplay so far.
We haven't. So it looks like they're gonna elect to maybe time round run out, but there are players pushing in lobby right now as they're just going for double sacks right now. They went for a triple sack there, so there's only a demo and a NG up. I don't know how they're gonna be able to hold second here. And it doesn't help that Meatball's being towards the lower two, so he has a sightline on the sentry that he can just shoot down. And so is Stock. They're spinning out the sentry, they'll get it, but it's not until but it holds out long enough for the spawns on the Goblin Zone side to come out. So really, there's gonna be no push at all, and Phone's gonna be dead. Sam Sentry NG class. Phone's gonna go on Sniper. We're looking to see another reset of the situation.
There's a two-man in dungeon, it looks like. They're trying to start setting up. Yep, running through. Looks like they're going for the Sniper on top right. Killing him. Shining Star almost living though. Soldier's gonna be bombing in the opposite way. The gun really just doing all the work though. That's 3 down for Goblin Zone. Definitely an opportunity for Sloppy Jalopy to push out of last. Looks like... Wait. Oh, there's a sentry gun for the offense team. Interesting.
They've been having the sentry up to delay the spawns. Look at that, because of the sentry, they've been able to get their spawns now, but that's allowed Slopy Jalopies to take all this point time, or take all the space, but they get the force out on the Zoomsy somehow. Zoomsy wasn't really getting pressured by anything, but he chooses to use, and that's just provided an opening for Slopy Jalopies to take second and roll it to mid. We do have a Shining Star spy towards lower, shield the cloak as the enemy sniper, but I don't think they have a sniper right now, but they're walking into choke.
Yeah. They're just through. There's a spy though on the side of Goblin Zone, behind the combo of Sloppy Jalopy. Shining Star walking in, Caboose not aware, but it looks like Market bumped the spy. They should know now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all for naught because they killed Goblin Zone's demo and medic, so they have they should have Uber walking in second, but they're getting double bumped through choke. Juggalo and Muma are unable to kill, and the spy tries to follow up with Shining Star, but Caboose is living on a prayer right now. He somehow dodges 3 players and is alive on 23 HP.
Yeah, don't exactly know what Goblin Zone was doing. That seemed like a really desperate play. Now, full Uber ad on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. They're going to be walking in through top left. Scout pressuring point, going to die to the stickies. Market looks like he's going to give this up, but the soldier might be a miscommunication. The soldier admitting that the scouts are leaving. 3 down for the side of Sloppy Jalopy. They're going to have to run away for these combo players.
That must be fatigue, because they pushed in while they were only at 80% ad, and I think they fully committed to it thinking they would get the Uber during the push, but they just didn't get the Uber on time before losing their players. So they're going to actually use this Uber on second to try to catch out the players. They might just only catch out a soldier and a scout towards bats. Yeah, Sam's going to die towards bats. Stock's going to walk in the lobby and kill Hedge with the help of Market, so they get the pick onto the combo here, and they can walk it into top right for free. They're walking it in, double soldier bomb through top right. They boost. This is actually looking, but they are getting. They will kill but Chuckle up to fight this point.
Yeah, Shuckle doing his best, but Sloppy Jalopy definitely going to be taking that point. 2-1. We are tied in the series. Whoever wins this map wins the series. 9 minutes left in it. We've been seeing really aggressive mids, and so I'm hoping to see another double soldier bomb out from both teams.
Yeah, so we do have 9 minutes left on the round timer. Remember, we are still on the continuous round. We are in the Unity rule set, so there is continuous overtime. But heading into this next mid, looks like Goblin Zone do want to keep the aggression up. Muma's rolling out from Cafe, get a bomb. Bell Tower with the help of Shuckle. They will kill Meatball for it, and they're backing up these players into Valley. They do kill Caboose. They will catch out a lone Sun Messiah towards Red Tetris, and it's just Telephone behind on point. He's gonna flank from under point with the help of Stock. They might kill Zoomsy. They will, with the help of Market actually coming in too, and they will somehow salvage the mid, and they actually win it. That's interesting.
Definitely. Market knows that Hedge is behind. He's just gonna jump out though. No Uber ad. There might have been an opportunity for Caboose to build some, but it's just going to equalize. Stock is a very late spawner though, so Goblin Zones looks like they're just going to plus forward through choke. They definitely have the opportunity to fight mid here.
Yeah, and they've lit up Meatball and Christmas Tree. He's going to have to fall back to choke. Messiah's going to try to help him, back him up towards Bell Tower, and he will get a pick on the Muma, but he might die for it too. Yeah, Messiah's going to die too, so they will trade soldiers. Market's caught up towards Blue Tetris, and he might die, but he'll back up to his combo. So it's an even fight on mid right now. Frags are being exchanged. Shuckle's going to bomb behind Inner Valley, and he'll get chased by a scout, but he'll be living on the back lines. Nah, he'll actually die, but...
Yeah. Stock doing great spam into choke. Goblin Zone's going to have to give this up. Even Ubers, but actually might have been an opportunity. I doubt Bruce knew about it. We'll have to see what sort of sack attempt happens here. Looks like Meatball's just immediately going to jump through choke, try to get on the scout. Doing a bunch of damage to the scout, doing a lot of damage to the medic too. That was a very good attempt.
Yeah, Muma tries a bomb from Cafe into choke, but he beat the jump from Cafe, so he'll have to concede his jump. But he's going into Cafe now, trying to work the sack. He's going to skip jump through Cafe, but sadly he doesn't get enough airtime and won't land on Caboose at all. And they're actually pressuring Valley or Slopy. Looks like they're trying to get aggressive here with Messiah bombing into bats, but he's too low. He'll get cleaned up by Sam in lobby, so both teams are trying to get successful sacks off, but it's just not working. Sam almost gets killed by Sticky Trap from Stock in Valley. What's gonna happen here? How are they gonna break this stalemate? Because Goblin Zone, I think for them, since they're down a run, they're the one that really needs to make the move.
Well, it is continuous overtime, Jay. Do not
Right.
forget about that.
Oh yeah, and there is the 5-minute round timer too. We can't forget that.
I think Meatball is going to try and get on the demo or the medic. Looks like he's going through Cafe, running into a soldier, not going to be able to get anything else. Sock is doing very good spam through the choke above the fence.
Yeah, Shuckle bomb from Valley. He almost got the pick on. He almost got a clean rocket off onto Caboose, but Caboose won't force. Thankfully, his scouts are there to back him up. So once again, sacks are being traded. Maybe we might see an off class here, either from Meatball or Shuckle. Who knows?
Yep,
Yeah,
that
Meatball's
would
on
be
Spy.
Stock in Valley with the combo. Pressuring from the Valley side is something we haven't seen yet, but it is pretty normal play.
Yeah,
Looks
so we
like
do see here Meatball on Spy. He's disguised as a sniper, so he's going to make it look like they have a sniper off class maybe, but no, he's actually just choosing to walk through choke invisibly.
Yeah, that play, a lot of teams might recognize it and think it's a fake sniper, as has been enveloped into the meta in recent years. Looks like the team's spamming so that Goblin Zone stays aware that there might be a sack and doesn't think there's a spy. Meatball is going to have to decloak pretty soon, or Goblin Zone's going to get suspicious something is amok.
Yeah, thankfully, he's on the cloak on dagger, so he doesn't have to decloak, but he's decloaking now. But sadly, he decloaks right in front of Sam's eyes, so Sam is trying to chase him through dungeon right now, but, you know, they have spotted out the spy.
Yeah. Meatball is still alive. Everyone's turning around for him a bit. This might actually be a good opportunity to do a soldier sack if Meatball calls people looking around.
Soonsy's even using his arrows to check for this guy. They're on full spy alert. But look at this, the combo's rotating the Cafe. They'll meet Muma there, but they're changing their sight lines on where they want to work this sack. But Meatball probably is gonna have to try to die soon, because since they know that they have a spy, it's not gonna really work out. And
Yeah, Meatball dead. Messiah might be a little overextended. Very hurt, somehow living.
Shuckle's in from Valley. Look at Shuckle bombing in from Valley right now. Sadly, he gets spotted out, and he'll get railed by outs. Momo was there trying to pressure from Cafe, but he'll have
Messiah's in on the medic. No hurt is Zunzi, but 2 down for Slopy Jalopy is going to spell the end of their aggression. I do not know if Goblin Zone is going to try and pressure anymore. They have a couple seconds of player advantage. Looks like they're just going to let it stabilize. There is only 1 minute left before the round timer resets. Goblin Zone might be counting on that.
Yeah, but look at this. I think Slopy Jalopies have read the situation. They are looking to take an exchange here on Phone. Phone's pushing in aggressively through Cafe, and Stock's clearing the way 4 to 6. Yeah, they're going in, and it looks like Hedge wants to meet them there. Oh, actually, no. They're just pressuring for the Messiah bomb. It looked like Phone really wanted to go there, and Muma tried to flank and go for the force, but he gets denied immediately from Stock. So that actually lets Phone call, let's all go in a second right now, and they will take it for free. There's no spam costs on the side of Goblin Zone.
Yeah, 3 down for them. 2 down right now. Should be pressuring into last. Sloppy Jalopy, Meatball jumping in onto the medic of Goblin Zone. Zunzi is so hurt. No one's following it up though. That was a solo play. No one else freed him with him. And it's not going to lead to a forced. We are going to get to be braced by another stalemate on last.
Theoretically, what Slopy Jalopies could afford to do is just let the round timer run out, let that continuous overtime go into effect, and since they are on the pushing in the last, they could just wait and just choke them out on the side of Goblin Zone. So
yes, you are right. They could do that.
but then they would only have 2 minutes to really work a second push in. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
so for those tuning in, waiting for the 4 G6 is on continuous overtime. Has the
Jay, I think your mic's cutting out.
oh, sorry. But what's going on here? It looks like they're trying to stack in. Is Muma?
Yeah, Pyro and NG is definitely a setup to counter aggression. The Sentry Gun very well-known spot, very difficult to break this hold. I think we've seen it in this match several times, and I don't think either team has found an answer to it yet.
They do have the Pyro out on Shining Star, and it looks like Zimzy's looking behind, thinking there's a spy, but Meatball's gonna go in, gets immediately denied by the sentry on point. There's nothing really to help to break the sentry down based on his position. Really, all Slopy Jalopies could do is overextend on one of the choke points, and yeah, that's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to push through left to shoot down the sentry, but they're facing a 4-wave spam, and the sentry gets 2 picks. So, Sam does have crits on his... Oh, but he's actually not on Frontier Justice.
Yep, 30 seconds left before we go into the wonderful overtime.
On spy though.
Jay, Mike again, having a little bit of an issue. Yes, we do see a spy by phone. We've seen this several times. I think it's worked once so far. He has gotten in cleanly though. Looks like he is definitely in a position to uncloak and stab the medic up. Zunzi though is bouncing around, making it very difficult for anything to happen there. And he gets caught out by Pyro. Basically,
so there's only 2 minutes left for that was on Sloppy Joe work a successful last push, and they're gonna choose to spend that time getting phone up on Sniper and getting a sightline here. Who knows what's gonna happen here, but if they don't get a successful push here, either Goblin Zone caps second and the round timer resets, or it resets completely and we restart on mid. But Phone's gonna peek left side lobby here, and he's getting denied from a Pyro and a soldier, but yeah, he's getting pressured out pretty hard. Wait, no! Shuckle bombs in from left, and he bomb shutter and gets jumped caboose. Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible. 3 down for Sloppy Jalopy. Meatball is in dungeon. I don't think he's been spotted. Shine. Phone killing Hedge, it looks like. Scout on last, gonna be caught out. There is a gun here, and Shining Star. Soldiers in, but Shining Star in the gun will certainly clean that up. 2 down, though, somehow fell apart for Goblin Zone on the front side. I know there was a sniper. Phone killed Hedge. I didn't really see what else happened there.
They're kind of getting in the lobby right now, but Goblin Zone has full Uber at. I'm not sure if they're aware of that on the side of Sloppy Jalopy, but they were just really trying to work Phone there, but Phone doesn't get anything. But Goblin Zone can afford to push out with full Uber ad, but there is 35 seconds left, so it looks like they're trying to elect to just let the round timer run out and restart on mid.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that looks to be the case, and I don't think Caboose is going to get this Uber on time. He's only at 65%. Yeah, they're already backing out. He's already backing out and just letting his team go for a 5-man here, but actually, they could just cap second.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
There isn't enough time, is there, though?
Yeah, I think this will be the end of this round. Maybe we'll see a decisive mid.
Actually, I'm not too sure what the continuous overtime rule set, if this ends up being a game over, or if it's a restart on mid.
No, it's definitely mid reset. They don't.
Okay.
They don't make it that easy for them.
Oh, if only.
Of course not.
But we're going into another mid. Remember, first to 3. Since the 30-minute timer has gone out, it's first to 3 for either side.
Yeah, Sloppy Jalopy going to be rotating toward right, meeting on their own Tetris, it looks like. Soldiers bombing into Valley, running across point to Sloppy Jalopy, stock doing a lot of damage, but it looks like the health of Goblin Zone is just much better.
Yeah, but Meatball's not in this fight at all, and with Messiah being behind, that's the cue for Goblin Zone to just walk across point. But because Messiah was behind, they completely forgot about him, and he bombs in and kills Zoomzy, but not without wiping the entirety of Sloppy Jalopy.
Yeah. Goblin Zone wiping there, but Zoomzy dying means Ubers are going to basically be even. I'm not sure if Sloppy Jalopy is going to try and fight this. I think they will. Yeah, both scouts are already out. This should be an easy hold for them.
Yeah, they are reading the respawn timers because Zoomzy did respawn a little later, so they'll be able to push back on to second. And we're seeing a familiar scenario where both teams are on even Ubers, essentially.
Absolutely. Even Uber's on 2. Goblin's on in the driver's seat. Might see Sniper. Might see some sort of off class. I expect to see some sort of spam and then a soldier sack. That seems to be what they've done in the past for their first sack.
Muma's gearing up towards Cafe. And as they're coming up on Uber, I'm looking to see Muma be the point man once again for this sack. Pushes up to choke. Looks like Muma's just floating around, wandering on around. So is Shuckle. Looks like they're still pointing out what they want to do for the sack.
Yeah, soldier's in. Gonna get caught in the clipping though. He's gonna have to evacuate. Sam tried to pressure from Valley, but he took a bunch of damage. So back in, on the medic. Caboose is so hurt. Landing with just a little bit of health left.
Yeah, that was a great play. I think Muma turned that beef jump into a recommit, and sadly it didn't work out, but it was such a good effort from him. And but on the side of Slopy Jalopies, they've lost both soldiers going for the counter sack. So I wonder if they're going to try to go for an off class here on Muma, but Muma doesn't off class at all. Maybe it's Sam who's going to be the off class. Who knows?
No off class. That last sack was very close, so maybe they can taste the victory and want to do the same thing again.
Yeah, that sack was it appeared to be a double soldier bomb with Shuckle pressuring from Valley, but Muma did beef like you said, so they're gonna go for attempt number 2. Hopefully this works out this time. With Sam pressuring Valley, he's just spawning out Meatball and chipping him down. With Meatball being pretty low, they could afford to go into timing, and that's what they choose to do. Muma's in, doesn't actually get the pick, only gets 1 rocket off onto Caboose, but on the side of Slopy Jalopy, they've gotten 2 picks. They could probably push this if they want to, if they're antsy.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they didn't at least do some sort of pressure. Stalks all the way in through Valley. Meatball walking around the corner, getting stuff, but does good damage onto Zoomzy. Zoomzy's 2 health under point.
But they've lost everybody! Caboose trapped in Valley from a flank from Shuckle. This has turned really bad right now for Slopy Jalopy, because Goblin Zone can ride this all the way into last. And
Yeah.
Zoomzy somehow milks again, he's down to 8 HP!
Well, Zoomzy just really hanging it on for a team. Market running in, gonna be pressured out. Looks like there's a sniper up for phone. Uber out for Goblin Zone. Lots of damage on the right spawn door. No point time, but it doesn't really matter when everyone's hit. Market not even gonna run out of spawn. Maybe he did.
Holy smokes. Zoomzy, I mean, even though Shuckle got that flank and the drop, Zoomzy keeping that Uber alive and milking it all the way, that was such a crucial play from him. So props to Zoomzy there for holding it, and now both teams just need 1 round to win.
Yep, whoever wins the next round wins. Stock is going to be playing in front of Valley. He has gone both sides, though. Muma rolling out through Valley. Looks like Red Tetris is going to be where the fight occurs.
He falls behind in his cafe though, but he chooses to shoot too early, and he's gonna get cleaned up by both scouts, not without trading for Chung Star.
Oh, yes. Look, no scouts on the side of Goblin Zone. This is not good for them. That soldier, Muma can be caught out. Scout, phone trying to chase, not quite able to get it, unfortunately. But no scouts, definitely just full W with your scout class.
Yeah, Messiah's using that opportunity to bomb from second. He's on point right now, and he's caught out Zoomzy towards Shutter. Thankfully, Shuckle does come back to save his med's life. Zoomzy, close call there.
Yeah, Muma doing the jump map, gonna get cleaned up though. Somehow it looks like Goblin Zone's gonna be able to hold this. Shuckle not gonna die, Phone's gonna die, and we have stalemate on mid to second.
Just saw Zoomzy miss some too easy arrows there, but that's okay. You know, we're getting it's getting pretty late into this 3rd map, and we're about 35 minutes into this 3rd map of this series, so both teams are currently facing fatigue, both mentally and physically.
Definitely. Wait, is that an engineer?
Oh yes, it is the Muma engineer on second. They really want to run this time out, do they?
Yeah.
But they do have a phone sniper, and he gets the pick on the struggle, so they have free reign to peek from Valley right now, and they should get this level 1 down pretty easily. If Phone gets at least the NG or the demo, this could be bad.
Messiah to the bomb that got denied, even though it was a level 1 gun. I don't think he knew about it. Even numbers, but the gun's dead. Everyone for Sloppy Jalopy is in Valley. Market's kind of watching choke though. There could be a high bomb around this corner. Not sure who would really get denied. Or salvage front through kill phone apparently. Yeah, Shuckle has that on lockdown now.
Yeah, so the Sentry is up to level 2 now, I believe. Sentry, yeah, it's up to level 2 now, in a very unconventional position. And it looks like Goblin Zone are trying to run this timer out once again. They really want to extend this match time and secure that lower bracket lifeline for them. And right now, Phone, you know, they're going to try to keep working this Phone Sniper until it works. So Phone's going to peek in through Cafe with the help of Sock and his med. Phone's going really deep here. Might go for a hero shot, but he gets spotted out from the NG. And I wish is Mumo on Frontier Justice by chance?
I don't know.
No, he's on shotgun. So no
Okay.
revenge crits to go for counter sack.
Pressuring in Cafe. Snipers here for Sloppy Jalopy. Phone wants to take someone's head off. Looks like he really can't get an angle though. Hedge is doing a good job of preventing him from peeking. Messiah's trying to move the stickies around. This sentry gun though is certainly making it difficult for anything to really happen.
Yeah, so there's 2 minutes left right now, and they're still trying to keep the pressure up in Cafe on the side of Sloppy Jalopy, but sadly with the pressure from the Soldier on Shuckle, they will have to concede it, and they are going to try to set their sights in towards Valley. They are rotating the entire team towards Valley, minus Phone actually. Phone's choosing to go back towards Cafe while his team pressures Valley. Hopefully they get a good pick or good opening and distraction for him. And Phone's actually spotting this. Oh, he misses Shuckle, not looking at him at all towards Valley.
The sentry is down though. Sack opportunity is present. Let's see what Sloppy Jalopy has in mind. Messiah walking through Cafe.
And Meatball's in. Meatball's in from Valley, but he kind of doesn't get any airtime with his jump, so that's all for naught. I think Goblin Zone could actually push with this, but having an NG, I don't think it's workable.
I mean, Movement did kill 2 people on that sack.
Oh. And look at that, Sam's really aggressive towards the Sloppy Cafe, so looks like they have all the space to take this, but a good pick from Phone on the Hedgehog.
Yeah, no demo for Goblin, so this is an absolute great opportunity for Sloppy Jalopy to hold on to this point. Market is very hurt and Choke's gonna be walking through. Messiah also bombed through Cafe. Looks like Sloppy Jalopy is going to go towards the Choke side, while the flank goes through Valley. Stock's just walking through Choke. Scout's getting on Market. Market getting dropped, that's not what you want to see, but the Uber is slightly longer on the side of Sloppy Jalopy. The gun is down. Muma's pulling another one though, and Sloppy Jalopy decides they're just gonna run away.
Yeah, but they're stopping all these players in Valley. Look at the HP on Messiah and Meatball. They have to get arrowed. They can't help pressure out Valley. It's just Stock to hold Valley, but Goblin Zone aren't pushing? Looks like they're gonna concede it, and they're gonna reset on mid again if this keeps up.
Yep, we are gonna be graced by another mid fight. Looks like both teams are just standing around.
Yeah,
preparing
the
for...
level 3 is on second. It's gonna end with another
Yeah.
round timer end.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go, guys. Attempt number 3.
So, on mids, a lot of the fights has been going around a Brett Tetris. I think Meatball really figured that out. He tried to roll out his own cafe and bait. He kind of messed it up though, shot a bit too early, so that probably will not work if he tries to do it again.
I think they need to go for a more aggressive mid, because Meatball has done that for the last 2 mids, like you said. So I want to see them go for a more aggressive mid, but that's kind of not a custom. I guess Stock
They are
plays on that
rolled up. They're going more aggressive towards the left side. Gonna try and beat the submarine mid for Goblin Zone. This is actually working for them, but
yeah, they do get the pick onto the combo, so it's just Messiah and Phone up, and they're gonna wipe them here. I don't think Zoomdy's gonna die at all, because he's on point. He's being protected by Sam, and Shining Star and Sam should be able to clean up Messiah here in Cafe. It is a scout, 2 scouts versus a soldier, but Messiah does get 1 pick, but he's not healthy enough to fight Shining Star, so that's a mid win, and Goblin Zone, they're in the driving seat to win this map.
yeah, Market, he knows what to do. Building sentry gun. Stock is on 2. He has traps up. I don't know if I don't know if they're gonna get cleared. I would expect them to run through Cafe, not choke.
Stock has the standard trap set up, and they're looking to walk into choke, so if they're not careful enough, they could get dropped by this trap towards fence on choke, but thankfully Shining Star does spot it out, and I don't see any more traps as they've all been dead. Looks like they could walk it into last on 40. Yeah, Delta, what's going to happen here?
As much as I don't want to say it, I don't think this push is going to work. They're too close to Uber. There's a gun up.
Yeah, but they're gonna try anyways. And Caboose is cut out towards spawn. Oh no, he just gets in his spawn on time. But they do get the pick on the meatball. Caboose is gonna come up on this Uber in this last push, so they can force these players on Goblin Zone out to top left. And that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, everyone in Goblin Zone is dead. Shining Star is in the back cap position. No one's checking dungeon. Messiah's not full health. Shining Star ran in right now. I think Messiah would just evaporate.
Yeah, but Meatball's gonna come up on the spawn, so it's a 2v1 on the last regardless.
Okay, Meatball was also on last.
Yeah, and Gob and Slopy are trying to run on this momentum, and they get both scouts. So
Yeah,
now
both
they put Sam down.
Yeah, both scouts down. They can run through Cafe, but there are some stickies here, so they'll have to be careful. But they get through. Their movement is behind, but he's not in position to do anything. Shuffle could definitely be pressured here. Looks like Shuffle kind of is being given free reign. Muma kills someone in the back line. We are going towards another hold on 2, it looks like. Down 2.
Hedge wants to go deep. Hedge wants to go deep with Shining Star, and so does Shuckle. Shuckle's in really deep, trying to single out one of the players on Sloppy, but he doesn't get the pick on the medic. And Sloppy actually has Uber ad. And they're going through Valley right now. They could potentially catch up some players, but no. Goblin Zone's all the way back at choke. There will be a trap kill from Hedge, but that's really all they'll get for it.
Yeah. Even Ubers again. Last time this happened, there was a sentry gun on 2. No one's on NG yet, fortunately. Meatball, dead. That's gonna stall any aggression from... Soldiers in, though. Is that Shuckle? Yeah, trying to get his counter set. Gotta get cleaned up, though.
Yeah, and right now, Phone has had enough of these stamens. He's trying to get into choke, but nobody on the team was able to back him up. But he was able to sneak Messiah potentially behind. Nope, he gets denied towards Valley, so good effort. But they still have a time to work a sack with Shuckle being down. Messiah's behind, yeah, Messiah, or no, it's Market that's behind. Market's brought 2 back to last. He's brought a scout, and Shining Star was trying to help too. They could have gone on that, but I don't think Market communicated it to him.
I think they did. Sloppy, look. Red team is all the way.
Wait, Caboose dropped?
Caboose dropped, yeah, to a bomb from Shuckle into Valley. 2 down for Red team, and Sam is going to be running at the demo. Somehow Stock is actually surviving. I thought he was going to die there.
Yeah, that was a great play coming in. Like, Caboose does drop again. It feels like it's been a recurring theme. I guess he's been getting tilted from those Luma bombs thing, unfortunately. But now, Luma has presented the opportunity for his team to have another try to win yet again. Shining Stars through choke. She's creating the space for her team, and Slopy Jalopies are backing up all the way to last. But we do see a Market in the forwards.
Yeah, Market on the Buddhist class. I have to back spawn. Sadly, that did not work for him.
They caught up Messiah. This is a winning opportunity right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the chance to put this match in the end. Uber through, trapping the gun, gonna blow the sentry gun up. Right spawn is trapped. Both got on point. I think this is it.
Yeah.
Goblin Zone taking the series 2-1 in a test of endurance.
A test of endurance for everybody involved, indeed. But finally, Goblins do come out on top. It wasn't, and it wouldn't have been done without the help of that soldier drop onto Caboose over toward the Valley. But hey, we finally made it to the end. Delta, I'm glad you survived with us.
Yeah, don't we have another match coming up?
We do. We do have a G6 versus Furta coming up immediately. I do want to thank everybody. I do want to thank Arch for coming into production. We want to get things sped up and get these players into the server, or get these players ready and casted. You know, don't want to waste their time. So, Delta, do we have any quick shout outs before we throw it over to the next set of casters that we have online?
Yeah, let's do shout out to Soapy Meister and shout out to Banny. for
Quick
making
prediction.
the config.
Quick predictions, by the way, for G6 versus Froyo. I'm gonna go 2-1 for Froyo. I do think G6 will take a map.
I'm gonna go. Let's go 5-4 for G6. I'm feeling it. You know.
5-4
I think yeah, G6 is gonna turn it around and win.
for both maps.
Yeah, absolutely. Both
Okay.
maps 5-4.
Well, anyways, this is Jay and Delta on the mic. Thank you shout out to Arch and Micro Cheese for filling in today on production. We'll be tuning out and handing it over to the other casters coming in to do this Furotech versus G6 upper bracket final match. Thank you, everybody.